Hello, good morning and welcome to my catalogue launch party. I'm nearly late to my own party. That just kind of sums me up. Hair's a bit of a mess. But I hope you're well on this chilly Saturday morning. And welcome. We're in for a couple of hours of fun this morning. I was asked yesterday, what is this? What is my launch party? So every now and again, Stampin' Up! Come up with a new catalogue 3 times a year. We have Morning, Lizzie. We have an annual catalogue. I'm just going to turn the heater off. I'm overheating now. I have an annual catalogue, a January to June mini catalogue, and an August to December mini catalogue. So the way I run my catalogue launch parties is to just do them on my main Facebook page. It means that everybody can come, have a little bit of fun. Hey Rosie, nice to see you. I do do a make and take pack, so we've got make and take. So in there are scavenger hunt, hey Mo, scavenger hunt bingo cards, that kind of thing. I charge a really nominal fee for that. It's less than £5 for everybody. I think the next one I'm just going to do around £5 for everybody. But it's also open to anybody to come on and say hey. Hey Anne-Marie, nice to see you. Hey Sandy, hey Kate. Thank you all for popping on and saying hello. We're a bit of a tight time schedule today, and if we go over, I do apologise. I have got my detailed plan of what we are supposed to be doing today, and we'll see how closely we stick to it, shall we? So what is Stampin' Up? Those of you who know me know I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I've been a demonstrator for about 3 years, no, 4 years. Where has this year gone? 4 years in February I've been a demonstrator, and an active, I would say an active demonstrator for 3 years, so actually running classes. Morning Heidi, and I absolutely love it. I love it. My hobby now pays for itself, so thank you to everybody who is a customer, a class attendee. Yeah, you help me not be in debt with my hobby, so that's what I kind of get out of it financially. Also, I mean, relationships, it's all about that for me, and getting to connect with you. Morning Claire, good morning Amir. Getting to know people, make friendships. I mean, yeah, my life before was very different, let's say. Stampin' Up! Is a global company. They've been going for just over 30 years now. I thought I had turned my sound off, but obviously not, sorry. Over 30 years, in all markets, I say global. Everything's popping up on my computer as people are messaging me, sorry. Good morning, Katie, here with the twins. Good, nice to see that. Yeah, Stampin' Up's a global company, been going for 30 years. They're specialising in paper crafting. And product coordination is one of the keys. You'll see that throughout the launch today. Everything coordinates with itself and with other products. The colour coordination is what got me. I'm not kidding you. The pinks. I mean, how many shades of pink are there in this world? And before I found Stampin' Up, I was forever kind of going, well, that pink ribbon's not the same as that pink card. For some, that doesn't matter. For me, that's hugely important that things match. So that was a big selling point for me about Stampin' Up! And the quality of the products is phenomenal. You pay for it, but it's good quality. I do normally do in-person events. Good morning, Antriana. I normally do in-person events in Hampshire, but obviously come April last year, everything moved online. Good morning, Lynn. Nice to see you. And has stayed that way, and will possibly continue to stay that way. I will go back to face-to-face classes. Don't get scared, but I will possibly keep going with the online version of everything. No worries, Paula. We're just doing a little bit of an introduction to begin with. That's all. Trying to stick to my time schedule. And I do sell products as well as running it in classes, in-person classes and online classes and events. So yeah, I do monthly classes at the moment online. Good morning, Jeanette. Nice to see you. And I do sell products. So everything that you can see here used today is available through myself. I have got a host code set up. For those of you who don't know what a host code is, I will quickly go over it because I use the word quite a lot, and I appreciate that not everybody will know what it means. Basically, Stampin' Up! Give rewards the higher the order is. So I get free product, which I can then disseminate to different people. So if everybody put in a £25 order, we don't accumulate any rewards, let's say, so I can't give any products away. But if I use a host code, it collates all those orders into one big order. I then get rewards and I can disseminate those out, hence why if you order over £25 using the host code, I normally give away a little freebie, a little gift to say thank you very much for ordering from me. Anita, you love the online classes, bless you, thank you. It means so much when people say they've had fun. I saw some cracking pictures from last night's, from yesterday's Facebook class. We did a Facebook class yesterday as well. So, right, I've got everybody up. Good morning, Evon. Nice to see you this morning. So we're going to open with a game. I've got some prizes to give away today. I've got 4 little games. So if you want to win a share of this paper, you'll get, this is one of the celebration products. Celebration's on at the moment as well, so I need to talk you all through that. Thank you, Claire. Look at that, it's gorgeous, isn't it? Celebration is 5th of January to the 28th of February, and you can get products for free when you spend an order over £45. So this is one of them. I'm not doing a very good job of showing this off, am I? But that is, wow, isn't that gorgeous? So if you'd like a share of this, you'll get a quarter of it. I'm going to cut it down to 6x6s and send that out in the post. You need to try and tell me, and you get one guess. I'm going to look back through the guesses and see who comes closest. But your first answer is your only answer, okay? And no sitting there adding it up. We've got a time limit of 5 minutes, if that. Okay. If you were to purchase the entire of the mini catalogue, how much would it cost you? Jill, you are here and you found us. Good, I'm glad. Good morning, Lisa. Nice to have you join us. So for your chance to win a share of this paper, if you were to purchase the whole of the mini catalogue, the entire lot, not including bundles, okay, so you have to order everything separately, how much would it set you back? I can't wait to see your answers. This always makes me laugh. So that is game number 1. Claire says 8,000. Rosie's 3,950. Get your guesses in, and I will go back through tomorrow. I'm doing all my work tomorrow, so tomorrow I'll go through and everything. I've already added it up. I know how much it is, and I'm not going to give it any clues. 2,000 from Katie. So while you're all doing that, I'm going to run you through the catalogue. So I'm going to turn you over. I can show you the catalogue now, the inside of it. So I'm going to do that. Good morning, Hazel. You found us though. Good. So the question was, to win your share of this paper, how much would it cost you, morning Heidi, to purchase the entire of the mini catalogue? 1,852. That's a very precise, Mo. Right, let me spin you over, and I'm going to show you the inside of the catalogue. So let me move my mouse out of the way. Jill, if you were to purchase, if you were to purchase the entire of this catalogue, how much would it cost you? So there's my details up there. I'm Heather Thomas, the independent Stampin' Up demonstrator known as the Songbird Stamper. You see my gloves, it's cold in here today. This is the host code, so if you do place an order online, that's the code that you need to use. If you place an order through me like normal, you don't need to do anything differently. I sort everything out for you. So this is the mini catalogue. This is the celebration catalogue, which we'll go through shortly. I'm just going to run you through this catalogue. This will take about 20 minutes, I think, and then we'll be into demonstrations and things like that. But I found this catalogue incredibly difficult to navigate when I first started with Stampin' Up. And I was so embarrassed to ask my upline, Rachel. It took me about a year for me to say to her, Rachel, I just don't get it. I just don't get it. You have no idea, but you might need another job. It's 11,000. No, it's not a typo. 2,624 from Marion. Some good guesses coming in. So this catalogue, right at the beginning, is like an index, if you like. So you've got kits, suites. A suite is a group of products that all really, really coordinate together. Okay. Then you've got bundles. Bundles are where you add stamps and dies together and you get a 10% discount. And then the catalogue at a glance. This is my favourite part of the catalogue, so we'll get to that at the back. So right at the beginning we've got question and answers with Shelley. I love reading the first page of the catalogue. Please don't overlook it. And it says, what inspired you to start Stampin' Up? And it says she wanted a creative and social outlet and maybe a little extra money. She knew others would too, and so the adventure began. Isn't that lovely? And that's very much rings true with me, because it gives me, Stampin' Up gives me a creative and social outlet, and it gives me a little extra money from running my business. And if you want that too, you can have that. All right, so just talk to me about joining my team if you're interested in running a business, if you're interested in making your hobby pay for itself, or if you're just interested in doing classes and getting out there a little bit more. Stampin' Up's got something for everybody. So have a read of that one. If you don't have a copy of this catalogue and you'd like one, please do get in touch. I would love to give you one. Kits, absolutely love our kits. Don't use them often enough, but this year we're doing, I started it last year, we're doing a kit class three times a year, and this is the one that's coming up in March. So we're going to be using this kit in March. It's going to be £35 for the class and for the kit, and you can see the kit's £30, so isn't that fab value? Absolutely loved seeing how everybody used the elements differently. You get the stamp set, you get the blocks, you get all the elements that you need. So this is going to be running in March, and I cannot wait. It's going to be fabulous. You then get a project kit. You get a product medley. I love this. I'm umming and ahhing. Keeps coming off and going on my order. It's the flower and cactus product medley. So you get dies, you get stamp set, you get papers, you get so much stuff in there. So I cannot wait to see if I buy it. Let's put it that way. I hope you're not too, you've just gone fidgety on my camera screen. I hope my phone doesn't play up. It was fine yesterday during our class. So this is what we used yesterday during our class. Talking of that, beautiful suite of products. But I'm just going to flick through and give you a quick flick through. You agree with the creative and social outlet. You haven't got to work. You haven't got it to work to make money for you yet. Yeah, do it, Emma. It's fabulous. Once it starts, it's hard work. I'm not going to lie. But once the ball is rolling, it continues to roll. So, please somebody tell me that you're still with me and you can still see, because my computer's gone all fuzzy. So, this here, I thought I'd highlight this one for you because I completely overlooked it. This is the Sweet Little Valentine's Cards and More. It's on page 16. It's £9.25, and you get in here enough product to make 10 cards. So you could really do this with the kids. Oh, is it fabulous? Is it, Amir? The cactus. No, I can't wait. Yeah, I might have to. With you, but a bit fuzzy. Thank you, Rosie. Let me try and rectify that for you. Yeah, I don't know why my phone does this. Every now and again we have a bit of a blurry moment, so... Let me come in a little bit. Yeah, see, it's fine on my camera. On my actual phone, the video quality is fine. But here, let me just try and... It's a little bit blurry. Move the grid paper. Then you'll see my messy desk, Lisa. Okay, it's still really blurry for me, so let's go with that. Okay, so this is the Sweet Little Valentine's Cards and More kit. It is, yeah, a beautiful little kit. You get enough for 10 cards. Rosie says it's terrible. Sorry, Rosie. We'll keep trying. Hopefully it will come back. You've got your catalogues in front of you, so let me refresh on my screen as well. Had absolutely no problems yesterday during class. Let's come back out again. I've got a real lag as well. Technical issues, we will sort them out. Let's get your comments back up again. Look at the state of my desk, isn't it disgusting? Right, is that better? Yeah, I think I'm not moving it. I'm just going to leave it where it is. Right, thank you for your patience there, people. So this is the one I was talking about, Sweet Little Valentine's Cards Kit. £9.25. This is, yeah, it's brilliant. So you don't get any stamps or anything, but you can add what you've got at home. No, honestly, Rosie, baby wipes is not touching this. Nothing is touching this. It's a lot of alcohol inks, where I work with alcohol inks as well in my spare time, let's say. So, yeah, this is a goner. It's a write-off, I think. Thought I'd highlight that. 10 cards would be great for working with Valentine's Day with the children. Add your stamps that you've got at home. Brilliant. £9.25. I've not seen them do that before. I know, the kangaroo is so gorgeous, Heidi. Absolutely love that. It's been in my basket, come back out of my basket, been back in my basket, and come back out of my basket. I think he's going to end up going back in again. So we'll see how we get on with that one. So we've got Hydrangea Hill. Gorgeous sweet if you love your purples. Very, very popular. Beautiful papers. That's in your make and take, the papers. Got this wrapped bouquet bundle. I haven't got time this morning to go through the entire catalogue in detail, but this is coming to me. How beautiful is this one, the Springtime Joy? And I'm going to make some wreaths with it like they've done in the catalogue. I love using the catalogue for inspiration. So if you don't do that, I suggest you do. Grab your catalogue. If you're stuck for ideas, grab your catalogue out and just try and recreate something. Even if you haven't got the exact same stamp set, it doesn't matter. Just use what you've got. Dandy Garden, this one. I've got some samples to show you. Again, I hope this doesn't go all fuzzy. This is mixed with the dragonflies and some of the paper as well. These ones we made it on stage. I love this one. This one's probably my favourite one with the dragonflies. Coloured in just with colour pencils. I used the watercolour pencils, but you could use any colour pencils you've got at home. Just buy everything. Do you know what? When I added it up, Heidi, I was like, shall I? Oh no, Paula, you're not. I ummed and ahed. I had to place the order for the stamping blends, and I did it at 2 o'clock in the morning for the blends course, literally straight away after the catalogue. Although somebody beat me. I won't say who it was. You know who it was. Somebody got in there before me, placed their order before me. So well done you. But this, yeah, and I was umming and ahhing, and I was like, you have to just order this stuff. I need to get the blends course stuff ordered. So he came back out again. These are brilliant. Thank you. I love, yeah, this one. I love this, Amir. Yeah, this was lovely. Really enjoyed making that one. And a vellum embossed background as well. So there's my samples for the Dandy Garden. If you feel like I'm racing, it's because I kind of am. Maybe 3 hours wasn't long enough for a catalogue launch party. But this is the Dragonfly set. And you get this punch as well. Get this beautiful punch with a double in it. So that's going to be really, really useful. And very, very popular, I think, that punch. To go with this stamp set here. Gorgeous. This stamp set is really good. We highlighted it yesterday during my class. If you're a fairly beginner stamper, you don't have an awful lot of product, and you want a stamp set that's going to cover you for all your sentiments, this one's probably it. £20. Congratulations, thank you, happy birthday, thinking of you. Then you've got 3 great greetings, which will either go on the front if you wanted a bigger greeting, or inside if you wanted a smaller one. Sorry, inside if you wanted a smaller one on the outside, and then your greeting on the inside. So I just wanted to send some happy thoughts your way. Today is great because it's all about you, the great person you are, the great things that you do, and the little things you do so well and so often make a big difference to so many people. So yes, you would use it all, as we can tell you love it. I love Stampin' Up products. I really, really do. This is Brush Blooms. This is going to be good as well. I haven't got this one yet. But look at those dies, and they just build up. So lovely, lovely with that one. This is actually turning into one of my favourite stamp sets at the moment. So this is what I made during our Facebook Live the other week. Then with the offcuts, I made this one. I just looked at the bright neon colours, and it reminded me of that kind of, yeah, neon party kind of vibe. So I've used it here with black, and it really makes it pop. And then I've got some thank you cards which I've been making for customers. And then this one here, which I'm really pleased with a more pastel-y. Good morning, Yvonne. I did get your email. Yes, thank you. I did get that last night. Yeah, isn't it good, Amir? It really pops. And I've used the glittery paper as well underneath the back here. So you'll be seeing more detail of some of these cards. I'm going to be using, I've made so many cards. I looked at it, I was like, maybe I went a bit overboard. But they're going to be on my blog, on my Facebook page. I'll be sharing details of them. And this one, just all the die cuts, and then this is fussy cut out. A little bit of, this is the ribbon, the Blushing Bride ribbon that we're going to use in a bit, but I've just turned it over, so I've just got the Blushing Bride side. Very 1980s, clubber size. Not my scene, but in card form, I can take it. So, what have we got? Fine Art Floral. I'm not going to go through this now because we are going to use this. This is one of the demonstrations that I'm going to be doing today. So, Fine Art Floral, beautiful suite of products. This is brilliant. Okay, I haven't got it out. I should have got it out, but I'm going to do a YouTube video, YouTube tutorial on how to use this messages die. So you get all of these stamps, all of these greetings, and this die, okay, that will cut all of these out in one go, and you can make yourself, please excuse my little pot of messiness, but you can make yourself a load of sentiments so that you can just grab and go. So I'm so happy to celebrate these moments with you. Your kindness means more than you could ever imagine. And I've literally just got a whole box full of them now. I need to do more colours, and what I need to do is get a fishing tackle box and separate, so you can separate them in the fishing tackle boxes, so that you're not searching through the whole box full. But wishing you a year of magical moments and wonderful memories. Happy anniversary. You've been on my mind. How great are they just to have to sit on the side. You go, I want a sentiment. I can't be bothered to get my stamps and dies out. So happy to hear of your exciting news. Congratulations. So love that. And need to make more use of that so that I can use them a little bit better. But you'll see I've used them on a few of my projects. Love this if you're into medallions, mandalas, that kind of thing, colouring in. That would be great. Circles. Got a lot of people love circles. Yeah. There, I said it. A lot of people love circles, so this would be a great set for if you love circles. It's only £16. I personally love this one, the Simply Succulents, and I'm going to be using this quite a lot in the Stampin' Blends course. I've got a couple of samples here to show with you. That's one of my favourite that I've made with this, with the paper from the big paper stack, £20. Can't for the life of me remember what it's called. So if somebody... You just got two very adorable twin sloths in the post. There was no message when there was meant to be one. Twin sloth. Oh, really? Oh, that's a shame, Katie. And then just some colouring in. Love this die. But again, I've got more work to do with this set and dies. Lots more in my head that I want to do with that one. So that'll be coming in the coming months as well. We're going to be working with that one first this morning, so stick around. You've got 7 minutes and I'll be demonstrating the Sand and Sea suite of products this morning. Flamingos. We watched a brilliant David Attenborough programme last night, although we both fell asleep. Nothing to do with his filming, but he's got a very soothing voice, so maybe it was that. But it was all about flamingos. Sweet Strawberry. Love this set. Where's my Sweet Strawberry stuff? This actually then coordinates with a stamp set and some papers from the Celebration Catalogue, which I've got to give away because I ordered 2 of them because I love them and I don't need 2. It's being greedy if I keep them both. So I've got this to give away to somebody. Oh, you just had your first COVID vaccine. Oh, that's fantastic, Marion. Brilliant. They're all nice sets, Paula. I don't know which one you're now talking about because there's a bit of a lag, but they are all beautiful sets. So I have got this set completely unused to give away to somebody who orders with me in January. So order with me in January, spend over £50 and that could be coming your way. Just as an extra thank you. Really? but I can't give one to everybody, sadly. So if I could, I would, but I can't afford to. So I've made these cards with that paper and the Sweet Strawberry stamp set. And then I made this one, which is a wreath card. So I used my Stamparatus to stamp a wreath around the background and then pop the strawberries on top. Charlotte loves flamingos, so you had to get that one. So that's in your basket, Emma. I can't wait to see what you do with it. You'll have to share. Yeah, please do. They are gorgeous, aren't they? I love the strawberries. Really bright and vibrant as well. And then I've used the blackberries here and here. Gorgeous, gorgeous papers. So that's that one. So that is a celebration item, actually. If you spend over £90, the way celebration works, if you spend over £45, you get to choose one kind of level of product. If you spend over £90, you get to choose another one. And these are the papers. You can see I've got quite a lot of use out of mine already. And so they're free if you spend over £90 and with the stamp set as well. So it's a double whammy. Love this blue one. Isn't it gorgeous? Oh, are you a square fan? Square card fan, Rosie, are you? Interesting. Yeah, and I know another person who's a square. I love this. This is what you can use the punch with. So the Sweet Strawberry stamp set comes with a punch. Oh, come on. Oh, crash, crash, crash. Comes with a punch builder. Really heavy. I love Stampin' Up punches. They're so solid. And you can cut out these strawberries, the flowers, the leaves, and then use them. This is probably my favourite. Yeah, that's probably my favourite paper. So get those and that Berry Blessings stamp set for free if you spend over £90 in celebration. Bargain. Right, let's get those back. I tidied up yesterday. I had paper everywhere. I haven't put any of my papers away in their kind of protective sleeves. So I just had, a whole stack of paper like this, just jumbled up. So I had to sort all of that out yesterday. So it kept me busy for a couple of hours. Oh, it's on your next order, is it, Paula? Good for you. That's a good one, that one. So that's that. We've got Baby Shark. That's going to be quite popular, I think. A little bit out of time, but maybe we can make it have a resurgence. Then we've got Oh Snap, the crocodile. I've seen some brilliant things done with this. Ice Cream Corner. I'm not digging it yet, but come the summer I might be. I might change my mind. We are still in the middle of winter, so that might be why I'm not quite in the Ice Cream Corner yet, but it looks beautiful. And somebody said what they saw this. Turn it upside down to teddy bear. I've seen some fabulous cards made with teddy bears using that Ice Cream Corner suite. Hey girlfriend, I know Katie and Holly, you've really enjoyed working with this one. This is overlooked. This went in and came out of my order the other day. I changed my mind so many times I've actually forgotten what I did order. Yeah, Baby Shark, do 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 do. I don't even know the song, but saw some really cute bears made with a punch. Yes, I know. There's a punch that goes with it, isn't there? Oh, you've got it, have you, Paula? Again, can't wait to see what you make with it. But yes, this is tempting me. It's pretty. You've got the Hey Birthday Chick. Anyone who's been with Stampin' Up a little while, they did Hey Chick stamp set, one celebration. That's coming back. So you'll see the return of Hey Chick, and it complements Hey Birthday Chick. Woodland Wonder. We've got Snail Mail. Again, thought about it, probably will get it. I'm always late to the party with things, me. Yeah, I'm a bit of a late. I'm not really a fashion trend setter. I'm a follower. You need it all. Yes, I know, Anita, where I did this stem that grew. You can do the same with this card. It grows up the page here. So there's some fun things that you can do with that set. This is so bright and colourful, so I think that's going to be popular. This one is, I wanted to point out as well, if you are a crafter, this is fabulous. You can put these stamps on the back of your cards, put them on your envelopes. If you sell your Stampin' Up cards, you need to put on the Angel policy. It says that you need to pop on a Stampin' Up, copyright Stampin' Up stamp. So either of these two would be great. I probably ought to replace mine. My copyright stamp is the old wooden blocked one. And I've probably lost it in the various moves, and certainly this year where I've not been doing any craft fairs. So I think I ought to get this one as well. Lacy petals, if you're into your petals, this is gorgeous. Again, very, very nearly went in my basket. As did this one. Welcoming window. You're sitting there going, what did you put in your basket then? You'll see. You'll see in a minute what I put in my basket. Enjoy the moment. This is what we got freest on stage. I haven't made the most of this stamp set yet. It's a stamp set of dead things is what we nicknamed it, but it is beautiful. I've seen some lovely stuff done with it, but I haven't really used it to its full potential yet. Floating and fluttering. If you're a butterfly lover, this is the one for you. This is beautiful, and it can be coloured in. You could use the blending brushes, you could use blends, you could use colouring pencils, you can just stamp it with the overlay stamp, so loads and loads of choice with that one. This is gorgeous. Vine design as well. Yeah, it makes some nice backgrounds with that one. This is a die, and then you just, these stamps go inside here. So that's going to be really pretty, I think. Baby ball toys. Claire, I know you like that one. Claire makes a lot of these kind of cards. And I wanted to highlight this double oval punch as well, because I nearly missed it in the catalogue. So, £17, excuse me, it's a double oval punch. This is the inner, this is the outer. They're not massive, but they're just the nice size for a sentiment. Oh. So that's your double oval punch. Now this, haven't gone for it yet. Very, very tempted. I need persuading. Okay, if you guys think you would like to see me demonstrate it because you're interested in purchasing it, I will possibly get it. I'm not gonna say anything. Chocolate, Rosie, where did you see chocolate? Oh, there. Oh, chocolate, Rosie, you're naughty. But I don't have it yet. It's not the kind of thing I would normally go for, but it's really good. It's very, very clever. And I've seen a lot of people doing it, and I know a lot of people love this style of card. Consider myself persuaded. So, yeah, if you, generally speaking, if my customers think that they might want to purchase it, but they don't have it, and they don't know what they do with it, let me know, and I might think about purchasing it. I tried to tell you all to do that before the catalogue. I could show you the catalogue, and I didn't get much response. And I was like, well, probably it's because you haven't seen what it is that I'm on about. A cut above, I've got this actually. We're using this at the catalogue launch because this is going to make some lovely Father's Day cards or just male birthday cards. We do struggle for male cards, so I think this one. I knew you'd say get it. Sandra says definitely. So maybe I will, people. Maybe I will. And Treasures of Life. This is a gorgeous stamp set. I want to show you all the cards we're going to make during the blends course, but here's just there's one, and isn't it beautiful? Combined with the fine art floral papers, and then these little cards here. So you can make some lovely stuff with that stamp set, and you know I love my colouring in. So, bit of a sucker. Bit of a sucker for my blends. So now we come to the back of the catalogue where we've got, look at the hot dog. And these Stitched with Whimsy dies. I wanted to show you those as well. Where they give a little stitched effect all the way around, and you get different sizes for your card fronts. So don't overlook those. £27. They're going to be good, I think. They're going to be popular. Cut and emboss machine. You've all seen my mini by now probably, but here he is. Isn't he dinky and cute? It is a he, I think. Or is it she? And then you just fold it up. Beautiful. You can't wait for the course. I know it's going to be good, Katie. You need that. What do you need, Paula? The Stitched with Whimsy dies, or the grandchildren one. I mean, it's such a nice stamp set. So then you're into bundles. It will tell you what's bundling. So certain stamps and dies will get you 10% off.
Many Messages, that's on a bundle as well. So your Many Messages, which was all the stamp set with the sentiments and the dies, that's £46.75. We'll get you all of that. Then you come to what my favourite part of the catalogue is, the back. Catalogue at a glance. You've got all your stamp sets. Yeah, the grandchildren one, Paula. I thought that might be what you're on about. It's beautiful. Mini toaster. What have I missed? Are you like really behind, Katie? Is there a mini toaster? Oh. So this is where all your stamp sets are, and how much they are. What you've got all your host, you've got all your catalogue codes, you've got what page they're on. This is my go-to for the catalogue, right at the back here. I find that this bit, I mean, it's lovely and you've got lots of samples and everything like that. It's great for flicking through. But if I want to find something, I come to the back, okay, and I look for what I'm looking for. You've got all your papers at the back here as well, so you can see at a glance what papers. I am still running a paper share. We've had 2 completed shares, so thank you very much to everyone who signed up for those. They are all ordered and they're on their way to me, hopefully, when Stampin' Up ship. Oh, it looks like a mini toaster. The mini cut and emboss machine. It does look like a mini toaster. Well done, Emir. Yeah, bless you. I was like, what's she looking at? So yeah, I'm still running a paper share. It's £27 for a share of everything, every paper in the catalogue. So I cut them down to 6x6 and you get those shipped out to you. £27 includes your shipping straight from me to you, and that will be ready in your hands as soon as possible. I need shares of 4 people to go ahead. So if you are interested, please do let me know. All I do is take interest, and then when we've got a group of 4, I take payment and then I order. So it's always very popular. You get 9 shares of, so you get 12 sheets of 9, 108 pieces of paper. And then you've got your specialty papers up here. So I've got some of those to show you as well. Then you've got your dies. And at the back you've got all your accessories. These are new, the blending brushes. Love, love, love the blending brushes. Oh, your order has finally shipped. Mine hasn't. I literally ordered it at 2 o'clock in the morning. 2 o'clock in the morning on, no, it was earlier than that, 1 o'clock in the morning on the day the catalogue went live, and it's not shipped yet. So I'm hoping Monday. We'll wait and see what happens. But yes, there look actual bristles in those brushes. Aren't they beautiful? So soft as well. You just rub it on your face, although probably now I'll have a green face. So. But yes, more of those coming my way. Little stands, little pot to keep them in. Blending brushes. Going to be doing some stuff with those in the coming months. And then you've got all your accessories at the back here. So we've run over just a little bit, but I'll just get to this bit here. Stamping rewards. When you order over £150, you get 10% back in rewards. And this is what I meant by the host code. It allows me to bundle orders together. When we get to £150, I get 10%. That's £15 worth of free product. So if you were to order that yourself, you would get that. Once you become a host, and once you spend more than £150 and you get your rewards, you can purchase this stamp set, which is a sweet sampler. So it's got a shell to go with the sand and sea. It's got a dragonfly, which is a lovely dragonfly to complement the dragonfly set. A little hydrangea to complement the hydrangea hill. This one would complement the fine art floral. I can't remember what this one does, but it will complement most things. That was good off the bat. That was good. Those ladybirds, Jill. Yes, Hazel, that's what I was on about you. Yours went in. Yours went in before mine. Bless you. Yeah, you beat me. I was like, oh, I'll just try it. I'll see if they're online yet. These ladybirds, Anita's just ordered some, so they're coming to Anita. £7 for, how many? 25. Page 25. So this is what I find so great about it. You get 20 little ladybirds, and they're heavy. They're beautiful little ladybirds. So that is the hosting, and then if you'd like to join my team during Celebration, we've got the Celebration brochure here, which I'll go through. So normally the offer for joining my team is £130 worth of product for £99. You get that all year round. This time of year as well, you also get 200 sheets of paper. You get 5 packs of 6x6 papers, and there's 40 sheets in a pack. So you get £130 worth of product for £99. You get free shipping to yourself. You get a free business supplies pack in case you wanted to try and earn a little bit of money. Yeah, it was you, Hazel. And you get 200 sheets of paper. in all these glorious colours, literally the rainbow. You get all the Stampin' Up! Colour families. If your order is over £275, so if you were to club orders together from all your friends and family and then pop one order in, then you could order this beautiful stamp set here, Punch Party. This is the Berry Blessings that we talked about earlier, and that's free with a £90 purchase. I'm going to be demonstrating a touch of ink later on this morning. That is free with a £90 purchase. And then we've got this actually growing on me the more I see it done. Flower and Field Designer Series paper. And this is one of the cards I made, where I cut out the Designer Series paper and then popped it onto a background of this one with a simple sentiment. Really actually quite quick and easy to do, that one. Heal Your Heart, I've got that to give away as a prize today, so somebody could be winning that stamp set. Corner Bouquet. We've got the free Designer Series paper Ombre. We're going to use some of that in a little while, and I'll show you that in more detail then. I've also got this stamp set to give away for free today for anybody who, and these big prizes are for people who purchase the catalogue launch from me. So as a demonstrator or a customer, you can purchase the catalogue launch from me, and in there you get 2 prize patrol tickets. So somebody is going to be winning that shortly. We've got the Darling Donkeys. Love these donkeys. So I made these, which you may have already been seen. Having watched this today, you need to place another order. Oh, bless you. And we haven't even really started properly yet, Hazel. Bless you. Love this with the gold, with the foil, the Blushing Bride foil. That is from the Love You Always suite of products, and I absolutely loved making those two. Then I made something a little bit simpler as well. If you just wanted to do some simple stamping and colouring, I made this one and just the stamped off greeting in the top right hand corner here. So that's the Darling Donkeys. Again, I've got more to do with those, not finished yet. And this is the paper blooms that I showed you that you could win for free if you answer my questions correctly this morning. That is the catalogues. Whew. Right, I'm going to bring, shall I risk bringing the grid paper back in again, or do you think it's that that's causing the problem? Let's leave it. I mean, my desk's a mess anyway, it doesn't matter. I'll just put the grid paper over there to stamp on when I need to stamp off. But we'll leave that off for now. So what have we got? Let me not give you my answers to my questions. Right, so we are at... Oh yeah, so if you order over £50 in person, through me or online using the host code here, you could win the Berry Blessings stamp set and the papers, and you'll also get yourself a free pack of the pastel pearls worth £6 to say thank you very much for ordering with me in January. I'm being very generous in January to say thank you. So we've got the Sand and Sea suite we're going to be working with now. Okay, we've got a second game. No Googling. Okay, the Darling Donkeys are winging their way to you, are they? Brilliant. They are cute, Jeanette. I'm going to bring over the Sand and Sea suite stuff. When I ask you, how long is the longest beach in the UK? My answer is final, by the way, because if anybody is going to try and quibble my answer, I'm not having it. Well, Google's answer is final. How long, but you're not allowed to Google it. How long is the longest beach in the UK? What do you think? There are some long ones out there. Miles or kilometres, I will take that. No, how long, Katie? How long is the longest beach in the UK? Sand beach, shingle beach. So, what have we got? Let me put this away and I'll show you what we've got to work with. These are my samples that I've made using this. 278 miles, 6 miles. That's long, Rosie. Is that the contour of the UK, do we think? 5 miles, says Jill. Brighton Beach, says Anita. No, how long, Anita? 1 mile, Blackpool. 20 miles, says Jill. The Thames. Yeah, to be honest, I mean, it's all a bit random, isn't it? I mean, what is a beach? So just have a guess. Have a guess. And I will tell you the answer tomorrow when I work it out. So this one I've just done very, very simply with some designer series paper and some starfish, yes, a little greeting, nice and quick card. I wanted to show you how you can knock something up really easily. Was again, totally Rosie. They were all guesses. I haven't got a clue. If I hadn't Googled it, I would not have a clue. Good morning, Liz. Thank you. Nice to see you this morning. Yeah, I genuinely would not have the foggiest idea. I really liked this one that I made. I hope you like it too. And I've used some, I'm going to use them in a bit, gilding flakes. I'm doing a class on gilding flakes in March, and that's what this is, running up here. Reminded me of, again, I work with alcohol ink, and you can put a mixative in with alcohol inks, and you get this kind of, yeah, gold effect. So I can show you how we did that in March when we do the class. And then I made this little box. It's got a little thing that comes off, and it holds either some sweeties or a bar of soap or something like that. 6.9 says Claire. That's very precise, Claire. I love the precise answers. It's like, what if someone else says 7 and it's 6.7? So there's the little card in the box. So I made those, cut out these shells. There's some stickers with this sweet as well, which I'll show you if I can get my head in gear. And then I made this one, gilding flakes onto gold. That worked really well. Gilding flakes onto gold foil, and using crumb cake, more gilding flakes. And then I made of some pearlescent paper, so I'm going to do a video on that as well. You can turn any colour of card pearlescent using the new blending brushes, which are fabulous for it, and the Frost White shimmer paint. Holly is speechless, bless her. So we're going to be doing a make and take shortly. You've got, everybody who signed up, we've got Sand and Sea as our make and take. But I'm just going to do a quick demonstration. So the products we've got are the round opals. They've got lovely flecks of pink and blues in here. Gorgeous, gorgeous. We've got some stickers. Love those actually. So I've used a couple, not used as many as I want to yet. But when you pull them off, you don't get a border. You just get, so it's like it's as if you'd stamped the image. Love those. And you get this gorgeous stamp set. So the stamp set on its own is £24 because it's a double stamp set. So you get both of those, all your sentiments, all your little bits, all your big bits, all your infills, and then you get the dies with the bundle, £50 and 25 pence, £50 and 25 pence, which would take you over your celebration requirement of £45 and get you something for free as well. So these are the dies. You get one big die, and you get all these little ones. So to cut out the coral, cut out the starfish, the sand dollar, and the little shell here. So we're not going to use the rest of those. You get awesome pearlescent paper. So this is what's inspired a lot of demonstrators to pearlise their own paper, but that is in the suite as well. Now we're going to make this card. Okay, so I'm going to move everything out of the way, and we're going to have, I seriously think we're going to run over today. So I'm going to take my gloves off because it's getting a little bit cumbersome to work with those. Oh, and you get this gorgeous paper. Oh, this is the paper that comes with the suite. Everything's falling apart this morning. So you can see it's had a good old, this is lovely, isn't it? It's had a good old outing, my paper. 8.5 miles, says Linny. Our longest beach in the UK. Anybody can play. Get your guesses in. This is not just for people who pay, this is for everybody. Anybody can play. So, what I've got is Whisper White 7 by 10, scored at 5. So I'm going to put that to one side because we're going to be watercolouring, so I'm prone to making a little bit of a mess. Seaside Spray just under 5 by 7. Watercolour card just under that one. I'm not giving you all the measurements because they're 1/16 of an inch and most of you will be like, what? So and then I've got a little bit of paper because we're going to be using a little bit of that as well. Some twine, some opal rounds, and I'm using the colours. You get this embossing folder with the suite as well. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see? So we're going to be using that anyway. So I'm going to make a little bit of a watercoloury background. We've got the colours So Saffron, Blushing Bride. My Blushing Bride ink pad is a mess. That needs clearing up. Just so happens that I've used it twice in 2 days and I haven't sorted it out yet. So I'm going to take my water painter, wherever they are. I've probably got them out ready. Maybe not. And I'm going to use, I probably should have got some water out as well. I always keep my spray bottle on my desk. Ah, thank you, Jill. Jazz, sorry. So, just popping some water down on the card first. If you wet the card first, you get a completely different effect with watercolouring than if you just went in there. And this is watercolour card, so it can take quite a lot of water. And I'm just going in with the blue. With the yellow. I'm trying not to make them mix too much because I want the different colours to be able to be seen. I don't want green. Okay. If you want green, that's fine. You can let your colours mix a little bit more. But I'm just popping them on in random areas, really. I'm trying not to merge them together. You get that kind of, if you were to put that straight dry onto card, you would get a completely different effect. So that's all I'm going to do. Okay, I'm going to cover this bottom corner up, so I'm not too worried about that. And pop that safe out of the way. And I'm going to pop that to one side to let that start to dry naturally. Okay. Oh, the paper's not in the camera. Huh. Is that better? So I'm going to let that dry, start to dry naturally. You can see I've just got a little bit of ink pooling there. I normally have a tissue with me just when I watercolour, just to soak up anything that needs to be soaked up. But it's very haphazard, basically. I'll leave those open. Actually, we're going to use the inks. We're done with the watercolouring. To one side, put that to one side. I might need to use my heat gun on that in a bit. So I've got some pearlescent paper here, okay, and I've got my die and I've got my stamps, and what we're going to do is die cut this. We're using the die out of the pearlescent paper. The reason I'm talking about it, I made this card so long ago and I've totally forgotten how I made it, so I'm just running through in my head. So we need the big one for this one. We need the big boss, and you use your platforms. The one die cutting shim, then you've got your plate. And then run that through. So normally a lot of people stamp and then die cut. With this one though, you need to die cut and then stamp. And the reason for that will become obvious, I hope. So, pop that to one side. And then this is what you're left with. Beautiful. Pearlescent. I'm scared to move the camera, so I'm just going to have to try and remember to push everything. You need the Boss toaster. You do need the big Boss toaster. Yeah, both of them are brilliant, I must admit. So I've got my stamp set here, and a block. I'm going to have to pinch one from my prepared. I'm pulling off the big shell first. I'm going to do him in blue. Now when you stamp it onto a shiny paper, just be careful that you stamp straight down and that you don't, so this is balmy blue I'm using, straight down, and that you don't rock, you don't move, because it is a little bit more slippery. I'm going to try and line this up as best I can with the camera in the way. And just press down and lift, okay, and then leave that, because it's not going to dry anywhere near as quickly as onto card would. And it looks really funny at the moment, you can't see it, but when you first stamp onto pearlized paper, it's going to look quite funny because the ink is beaded. Okay, it hasn't soaked in. It will soak in and it will dry, but it will take time. So it's going to look a little bit weird to begin with. So I've got the Blushing Bride ink with this one here. I cleaned my chamois yesterday as well. I gave myself a bit of a treat. I mean, it doesn't look like it for anybody who doesn't know what chamois normally look like. This is my stamp cleaning pad off to the side of me here. And we've got this little shell. So with the little ones, it can be quite hard to see where you're supposed to line them up. Try not to get your fingers on anything. And you can use the embossing folder to help you, because the embossing folder is a complete replica of this. Okay, and you'll see that in a minute. We're going to emboss our die cut. So if you can't think where the shells go, grab your embossing folder and you'll be able to see that this little shell here goes in this little spot here and that way round. So that's a little tip for you if you can't remember where the shells go. And we've got this one in the So Saffron. So saffron's actually quite a dark colour. It's not as light and fluffy as you might think it would be. And then we've got this shell over here. That one's in the pink. And again, use your embossing folder because that will help you to figure out which way round your shell should go. And I'm going to stamp a starfish as well in the pearlized paper. There is a die for this one, separate one. It's not on this, but I do want the little starfish. For the pearlescent paper, you get 2 sheets. I think it's £4.75 for 2 sheets of the paper. So I'm just going to stamp him on there. Now I used my water brush because I don't know if you can see, it looks very bare compared to the rest. So just while the ink is still slightly wet, all I'm going to do is drag some of that ink from the outer lines. You just need to be really careful when you do this, that you don't go over the lines or move your lines too much. So Saffron is the only cardstock you don't own. It was the last one for me to get. So Saffron was the last colour I ever bought. I do own all of them now. So that's just going to go there. Now, either need to leave those to dry
or we need to dry them artificially. So because we've got everything going on at the moment that needs drying, I am going to dry them with the heat gun. So bear with me 2 seconds. Katie, try refreshing your video, and if anybody else is still there, please let me know you're still there. It's still playing for me, so hopefully it should still be good for you. Thank you, ladies, you're still here. I don't know what happened to Katie, but hopefully she'll be finding her way back soon. So I'm just using the heat gun to dry these pieces off. And then what we're going to do is leave that again to one side. I'm hoping this is dried. Not completely, but I'm just not going to touch it. You could leave yours longer, okay? But I'm just going to pop this in here and see what happens. So when you pop it into your embossing folder, what you need to do is line up. I don't know if you can see, that's easier. You need to line up the tendrils of the seaweed all the way around. Okay, so they're all at the top. And they're all at the bottom here as well. So just line those up all the way around. Ah, Mary! Nice to see you. You've been lurking in the background there. So let's pop that back through. So I've put it in there, line it up, and we're going to pop it back through the Big Shot. It's not called a Big Shot though. It's called a cut and emboss machine. I will get the names right one day. So with this one, because it's a 3D embossing folder, all you'll need is the plate, base plate, the folder, and this grey one. It goes through so beautifully. And then we'll pop that to one side. Close up our inks so that we don't get ink on everything else. And then I'm hoping you can see that's now got a beautiful texture. Yeah, you can see it all on here, how it's indented, all that embossed onto there. You're good at lurking. Love a lurker. Yeah, I have been known to be a little bit of a lurker myself, so welcome to all our lurkers in the background. Either busy doing other things at the same time or just sitting back and having a watch. So I'm going to cut this little starfish out by hand. Good, Katie, you really didn't miss anything. We've just embossed the pearlised die cut. And I'm going to just cut this little starfish out. There is a die, like I say, but I forgot to get it out. Although my fussy cutting on camera is not doing very well this morning. Ah, yes, Jeanette and Mary, you both know each other from the other side of the country. Also joining us in lockdown. So we've got these 3 bits here, okay? First thing I'm going to do is trim a piece of this paper.
just to pop in the bottom corner here. And I think I want to trim it across this line. I don't want the harsh line, but I do want that sweeping effect. I'm not going to go all the way up to the top. That's going to go in the bottom right hand corner, just here. And that's going to line up in that bottom right hand corner. Then the next thing I'm going to do is run some twine round. I desperately need more twine. This is the last. After we did the class the other day and the make and take packs, I'm running out, let's put it that way. So I'm just going to pop a little bit of tape runner on the back, roughly where my twine is going to go, and I'm going to loosely wrap that round twice. And then I've got the, this comes part of the snail mail combo, if anybody's wondering where the twine comes from. This kind of flirty flamingo and white. Come here, so it will stick down. When you stick your card down, that will hold it. I'm just doing that to help me keep it in place while I kind of layer everything else on top. So back to our piece here, and what I'm going to do is cut out the shells. So again, try not to cut it if you touch it, because the ink still is slightly dry. If you left yours a bit longer, and you can take a little bit longer to cut yours out neatly as well. But all I'm doing, and trying to do it on camera, is just cutting round my shell. We are going to use the seaweed, but you're just detaching this. So just butchering our die cut basically. Cut all of those out. So who's crafting along with me this morning? Who's got their stuff out and having a play? Or who's just got me on the telly watching? Who's doing the housework at the same time? Love to hear what you are up to while I'm crafting with you. I didn't think about how long these would take. We are so going to run over 1 o'clock. Last year we were exactly on time. I might surprise myself, but I don't think so. So a bit of speed cutting. You're cooking? Gosh, well done. What are you making, Jazz? I think I'm having crisps for lunch. At this rate. Just finished jobs and stuff. Oh, lovely, Lisa. Saturday crafting, perfect, isn't it? So I'm keeping these little die cuts. I did forget to do one element, but I know I haven't forgotten yet. It's not too late. We're going to do a bit of heat embossing on here as well, because why would you not add some heat embossing? So I'm just kind of deciding which of these seaweed pieces are good enough to keep and which are not, and the ones that are good enough to keep I'm just tidying up a little bit. Can you see that? Ah, brilliant, Emma. I know, I must admit, I've always got people on in the background, kind of loosely watching, loosely not, but other times I sit down dedicated to watch. So we've got a bit of heat embossing to do. Because we've watercoloured this, I am going to just use the embossing buddy. I know it's not in stock anymore. I probably should have done this before we put the twine on, but never mind. Such is life. Let's put that back over there because we're going to need that later on as well. And I'm going to take the starfish stamp, which I used in So Saffron, so I'm going to need to clean that one off. Grab my Versamark ink. And we're just stamping kind of randomly. Not too many. And to be honest, you can barely see it, and like some of these things you do, people say, why did you do that if you can barely see it? But it just does add. You can see it behind here. You can see it. Just does add to the overall effect. So I can't remember where I put my embossing. So we're just going to tip a load of powder on and see what happens. When I get my nice new craft room, I'm going to have one of those pots that I see everybody else having. And I'm going to ditch my old-fashioned piece of paper. But for now it works. Always do it on a piece of paper, folded in half, that's already folded in half. So you can just scoop that back in to the pot there. But yes, I would love to upgrade my heat embossing station. Anne-Marie is sorting out your craft room, super duper, and Rosie as well, and doing crossword mo. Now that is multitasking for you. So you can see the paper just curls up slightly. I'm not too worried about that. We're going to stick everything down. It's just me applying heat. Okay, so there's a new product out called Heat and Stick Powder. Just need to make sure you use the right one if you've got both of them in your stash, because they look the same, the white embossing powder and the heat and stick powder. I have used white embossing powder, I was just checking. Just got a couple of starfish just embossed on the background there. We're ready to stick this down. You could either go for Tombow, red tape, or tear and tape. You want something strong because we've warped the card. So I'm being a rebel and I'm using my old fast fuse. So if anybody's still got any of this stuff and they want to get rid of it, I love it. So I'll take it off your hands. My stash, my secret supplier has run out. And I know some people just didn't get on with it. So let's stick that behind there, back on there, and then pop that onto its background here. The thing with warped card, you just need something strong to stick it down to a flat piece of card, and then you need to pop that onto your card base, and by the end of all that the warped card will be fine. So I'm going to stick that on with wet glue now. Watching and knitting. Oh, bless you. Katie's knitting me a scarf. I don't knit. I said don't knit rather than can't knit because I have knitted in the past. I'm rubbish at it. I don't enjoy it. But yeah, I like knitted things. So Jeanette, your scarf, you gave me a lovely scarf for my birthday, which is gorgeous, and then Katie's knitting me one too. So I'm going to have a plethora of scarves, which will be lovely. What I'm going to do now is just recreate this one. So all I'm doing is sticking on these bits that we've got. Again, pearlized paper, like metallic paper, takes a little bit longer to dry with this Tombow glue, so just pop it on. And then wait, and it will dry. I'm going to use a mix of dimensionals and glued flat here. Again, just making sure, checking to see if your ink is dry. It's not quite fully dry. This one is the one I've made a long time ago, so it definitely does dry, it just takes a bit longer. If you could see this in person, you'd see how super shiny it is. That pearlized effect, totally worth it. So we're about 15 minutes behind schedule at the moment. Not too bad. Next up we've got Prize Patrol. So you can find your bingo tickets if you have got, or you raffle tickets. It's not bingo or raffle, but it's a Prize Patrol. But if you've got tickets somewhere, find them. Right, let's pop a dimensional on the back of him. So what I've done here is put a dimensional at one side and some glue at the other, because I don't want the whole thing propped up, but I want him to come out from underneath here and then stick up. So it's that kind of multi-level effect that we're going for. And my little starfish. And then we've got some of these opal rounds, which I thought would look beautiful. Just kind of stuck randomly. Oops, I've left the sticky backing. There we go. So all that needs now is a greeting. This stamp set's got the most beautiful greetings in it. One of my favourite is friends are like seashells, you collect them along the way. So I've got a little piece of Whisper White card here. I need my balmy blue ink pad. And my trusty, I can't remember which one this is called. I ought to put the names of them on, really. The opals are gorgeous, Anita. Yeah, they really are absolutely stunning. And they pick up the colour of the pinks and the glitter inside them. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, they are gorgeous. So I've punched one of those out, and then I love doing this with punches. If you punch another out of a colour and then trim that in half, you can do this with so many of our punches. Pop some glue on both halves. and then pop that on here, you get this overlaid effect. So it gives like a border, and you just need to line it up so that you get the size of border that you want. So I'm just gone for a little teeny border, and match that on the other side. Little teeny border. There we go. I think you can do that with nearly all of our shape punches. Very, very effective. That's going to go with dimensionals. Up on the top left there. Why do people knock on the door? The everyday label punch. Just put on the wish list. It's a really good one, Hazel. I've used it. Probably my most used label punch, if I'm being completely honest. I love that effect. Love that technique. Just doing the back there. And there's our card. So quite an in-depth one. Yeah, it was beautiful, beautiful, sweet to work with. A lot of options. Mixing up with the paper. We've got the pearlescent paper, we've got the watercolouring on the background and the heat embossing on there as well. So that is that. Oh, the only thing I didn't do, which I did do on this last one, which I'd probably do over, is use my Wink of Stella brush to flick. And you could, so if you wanted kind of flecks in your watercolouring background, you can just flick your Wink of Stella over the back, and it just gives these little flecks all over. Again, hardly can see it, but it just adds to the overall effect there. Thank you, guys. Oh, I'm glad you like that one. Beautiful, beautiful sweet. I can see lots of different makes being made with that one. And yeah, add it to your order. £50. How much was that one? £50 and 25 pence. Yeah, you've got happy birthday to my beautiful friend. I'm so happy I found you. Wishing you the very best. Love you to the beach and back, which I love. You are unique and completely amazing. For you, thank you. Friends are like seashells, you collect them along the way. So loads of sentiments in there, as well as the images. You've got images you can colour in, images you can stamp over. It's gonna be a good one. Certainly come summer, it's gonna be amazing. It's not really beach weather at the moment, but you know. That is very true. Nobody should be at your door during lockdown unless Claire is having deliveries. Unless she's ordering lots of things. Don't live near the seaside, so I'm not sure this set has the same appeal. Yeah, I think I'm very much a seasidey kind of person. I didn't for a long time. I didn't live near the sea, but I do again now. I'm very pleased about that fact. I didn't enjoy living in the middle of the country. Let's put it that way. So we've got a prize patrol. Where's my prize patrol box? If you've got your tickets ready and you would like to be in with a chance, I don't know who's normally when I do prize patrols for my classes, I've written on the back. So this is going to be for the Approaching Perfection stamp set. Delivery man arrived. Punch storage for me. Oh, lovely punch storage. So these are all my tickets. I'm going to take one at random. Again, I don't know whose number is who. You'll have to let me know. Number 414. Congratulations, number 414. If it's your ticket, that's your prize. It's a lovely stamp set, the Approaching Perfection. I love this one. The bad news is I forgot your birthday. The good news is I forgot your age. So let's pop that on there for you. If things really do get better with age and you're approaching perfection, do love that stamp set. I used that quite a lot when I was making these cards. These have already gone out on my blog last year. And that's all made with the Approaching Perfection stamp set. And the paper, obviously, from And it's just coloured in paper, and that's all it is. White card, that stamp set, coloured in paper, boom. You are away. So that is your ticket. Shout up if that's yours. I'll pop it to one side anyway. You can always give me a call. Let me know that's you. So we're going straight in for the Fine Art Floral. Next, we're going to make another mess. And then we're going to have a tidy up and have a game of bingo after this one. Oh, Kate! Super, super duper. That's you. Brilliant. That will be coming in the post to you, Kate. Congratulations. So what have we got now? Fine Art Floral. This is a beautiful, beautiful stamp set and die set. These are my samples. Love this. This is a little box I made. I've just given one of these to Jeanette for her birthday, with some candles in. It's a bit bigger. I had to put some tissue paper in as well. But so I did it, one in pink, one in green. So that's that one there. We've got this sample there. This one's just a case from the catalogue. This one, some of you got this in your launch packs to say thank you. Sandy, yes, you didn't get one, so that's coming your way. Other people got bookmarks. And then this one I just made yesterday. Love that. Yeah, this one with the balmy blue. Thank you, gorgeous, Lizzie says. And so this one I made yesterday. This is a case from the catalogue. So again, if you're ever unsure what to do with a stamp set, use the catalogue. It's there for us. So we've got this Fine Art Gallery stamp set. Beautiful, beautiful double stamped images. And we've got the Floral Gallery dies. So you've got dies that will cut out. See if I can get both those in shot, and you'll be able to see what can cut out what. And then you've got this lovely Just Want to Say, which ties in with all of these things here. So what are we going to make? Do you want to see what we're going to make? I'm really pleased with this one. I came up with this yesterday. You know, with stuff, something's just lying on your desk and it gives you an idea. I had some of the ombre paper lying on my desk. And I thought, wouldn't that look great with the acetate laying over it? So we're going to make that one today. So part of this suite, you get the stamp set, you get the dies with the bundle. Stamp set on its own is £20, and with the dies, the bundle is £46.75. Ah, thank you, Rosie. And that takes you over your £45 for Celebration as well. You get this lovely embossing folder, which I used on the Calypso Coral card. Yeah, I was really pleased. I love Blackberry Bliss, but I don't use it very often at all. So I thought I would pull that out. You get gilding flakes. So we're going to have a play with those this morning. I'm so excited for March's class. March's class is all about gilding flakes. So if you've got some, not used them, or don't have any and want them, March's class to go will be for you. The suite comes with this gorgeous ribbon as well. I'm nearly running out. But very, very... it is elegant, isn't it, Mo? Yeah. That's the regal kind of look there. So I've got Blackberry Bliss. This is the Oh So Ombre. Oh, and it comes with paper as well, this suite. But we're not using the paper today. It's on an off colour. This is the paper. Again, if you want a little share of all the different papers, my paper share is probably the thing for you. I'm just giving you a sneak peek here, really. They are lovely, aren't they? And then you get the Coastal Cabana ones, grey ones, beautiful. I made a box using that paper, but I wasn't particularly happy with it, a bag box. So I need to put some kind of little bottle of wine, maybe I thought might fit in there. It wasn't the best of designs, let's put it that way. So that's why it didn't go any further in my mind. So I've got this Oh So Ombre DSP. This is part of the celebration. So if you bought the stamp set and the dies for this, you would be qualified to get this paper for free. And you get lots of different designs. So greens, purples, pinks and the Bermuda Bay. And you could get circles and ombres. Ombre, like. I need to sort it all out, really. It's quite a bit of a mess, but it's kind of just my life as a whole, really. So I've used this. This is just an offcut from something else I was making. You could put a lot of chocolates in there, actually. Hazel. It just wasn't the best of designs. It's got a weird rim at the bottom of it, but such is life. Sometimes that happens, doesn't it? I'm going to cut this to 14.5 centimetres. I'm trying to remember what this is an offcut from. What was I making with lots of green? Oh, thank you cards. Yes. For January's orders, the thank you cards I made using the Oso Ombre paper. And then I've just cut a little bit of this acetate. This acetate is gorgeous. Okay, I'm going to grab it and show you. You get 3 different designs. You get this one. You get this one that we're using here. That is different. It's a different design. And then you get this kind of tessellated. Put that one away so that you can see. So you get 3 sheets. I'll grab the catalogue and find out how much it is. But it's absolutely stunning. The only thing to bear in mind is on the back there is a protective cover so that it doesn't get damaged. So you need to make sure you peel off the protective cover before you start working with it. So the acetate is £8.25. Not bad, 3 12 by 12 sheets. Really, really gorgeous. And we're just going to use a little bit of it here. I'm going to have to tidy up again after this. That's just going to stick over. So I'm going to show you how to stick down acetate. Because you'll see the glue through the other side, but because this has got a design on it, all you do is just use a really, really fine pressure with your Tombow glue. If I can get some out. Really don't want much, there we go. And just pop a little dab here and there where the foiling is, and then you won't see when you stick it down. Does that make sense? Because there's foiling on the other side. But you do just need to be really gently handed, let's say. If you have a heavier hand, you may wish to find an alternative method of sticking this acetate down. One of the things you can do, same with vellum, you could just get away with a couple of bigger dots if you're struggling to get your really fine flow out of your glue. You don't need much Tombow for it to stick, so that could probably work. Or you can put a lot of glue in one area and that will show through, but then put something else over the top on the other side of it. So that's good enough for me. I want to remember if the acetate made your order in the end. It's gorgeous, Emma. It is absolutely gorgeous. Ah, yes, there's a little protective coat on the back, Rosie, and when you're using it, just grab your fingernail and just rock up one end, and it's not on the gold side, it's on the silver side, and just keep rucking, and eventually you'll find that protective sheet. It's very, very thin film. So I'm not going to smush it around, I'm not going to touch it, because if you do, you'll risk smushing the glue out from underneath. So I'm just going to pop that to one side to dry. I'm going to then, I might do the messy bit. I might do the messy bit first. So, gilding flakes, absolutely gorgeous. Come in a tub like this, jam-packed in this tub. They're so difficult to work with in there. So I've got this box, and I'm not going to open the box until I'm ready to go. These are fun to work with, but they are a bit messy. So I've got a piece of card, and I've got These are the multi-purpose adhesive sheets, double-sided sheets. I don't know if they're still called that, but these are from when we had them a couple of years ago. And all I've got is a piece of card and with one of these stuck on. So basically you just peel it off, and that's your protective sheet. That is sticky. So I've peeled that off, then I've put a piece of card on here, and that's what this is. So I tend to do a big piece and then use a little bit at a time as I need it. Okay. I've got my word die cuts. Oops, don't need that one. And it says just want to say, but I just want the word just. So I'm going to run it through like this. Grab my scissors out and cut that. Round like that. Again, that can go back in the box or back in the packet, and we'll use that again next time. But that's going to cut out my word just. All right. I'm going to use my mini boss. So I used this yesterday during class, and one of the things I was saying to people is I'm a bit of a haphazard crafter, so I didn't notice any problems with this machine at first. But I then one day lined everything up. So I had all of this in here. I lined all this up neatly, lined that up against there, and tried to run that through, and I couldn't get that wodge of plates all in a line through the mini boss. Okay, so one of the things that you want to do is just offset everything. So if you're a bit of a haphazard crafter, you probably do that anyway. But just line that up, pop that on there. Now I've got all three offset, and then just run that through, and it goes through perfectly. But if they are all lined up, it's asking a lot of your machine to put a big wodge of stuff through, basically. So then that's just, oh, I've done it again. I've missed off the bottom of the word just, so I'm going to have to do that again. I did that when I made my sample. It's quite hard to see, so just cut more than you're going to need, and then don't put it through at an angle. Yes, Lizzie, I was like, well, this is working fine a minute ago. Why is it not working fine now? But that's all it is. It's not a problem. So I normally do mine something like that and just kind of chuck them in at any old angle. Right, so that's better. So I've got the whole word now. That's good. But yeah, such a handy little machine just to sit there. I need to make some kind of plate storage. That would be good. So I want the word just, and you want the little top to your J. I'm intrigued as to why the grid paper is causing a problem with Facebook Lives. If anybody knows why, then it would be good to know. And I've got some tape. So this is my card blank. We're working straight onto my card blank here. And I need to stick this down with Tombow glue. When I did my last sample, I actually put double-sided paper on both sides, because you really don't want any excess glue showing, okay? So just put a tiny little bit of glue on the back of the word just. And then stick that down. Obviously leaving enough room for your dot. I'm on the TV now, am I? I'm on the big screen, Mary. Is it better for you on the big screen? Striped shirts on the TV. Why is that a problem as well, is it, Anita? So that's sticking the word just down there. Then we've got some tape. Oh, I did have some tape. Where's my tape gone? get some more. So I'll pop some tape. This is just like tear and tape. Pop that down there, but I never tear my tear and tape. I mean, why would you want to do that? It baffles me. But you can, and loads of people do, and that's what it's designed to do. And it's probably the right thing to do. But I can't bring myself to do it. Blackberry Bliss is such a gorgeous colour, isn't it? It's lovely. So this should be dry now, so we can trim if needed to, she says. I often don't end up cutting acetate straight for some reason, so just flip that over, use the paper as a guide, and then trim your acetate off. What we want to do is just pop that down there and gauge where this is going to go. So, because we want a line above and a line below. You could measure it if you wanted to. That's good. Full colour, larger than life. That's the way I like to be, Mary. That's the way I like to be. Right, so I've put that on there. So everything that I want to get gilding flakes on is now down here, okay? And I just need to peel off all the protective backings. Or the protective frontings, shall we say. This is so messy. And I love it. I love being a messy crafter. Until it gets overwhelming. Yesterday was just overwhelming. I had about 5 different projects out on my desk because I hadn't cleared away after any of them. And it was just a little bit of a disaster. So before I open this up, you need to be ready to go. And I haven't got my sponge. Don't know where my sponge has gone. There we go. Stampin' Up! Make these sponges. Don't use one that's ink. I've ordered some more. Don't use one that's inked, ideally. And then just grab a sponge, but any kind of sponge will do. Take your lid off and don't breathe. Then pop this down in there. Press it down. And lift it up. And then you've got gilding flakes on everything. And then just use your sponge. So cool. Use your sponge just to gently rub, and just gently rubbing. Get those larger flakes off first. Okay. Oh, you're more than welcome, Hazel. I hope the box makes it easier for you. And then just go back over and keep rubbing. And once you're kind of content you've got the big ones off, you could just do this bit over the bin, because at this point you run the risk of making these fly everywhere, just to save a few crumbs, for want of a better word. Oh, look, they're flying around all over the place. Oh, have you not ever? I've never used it either, but as soon as I bought those, I went into the shop and bought a box, just like they did it on stage, and that was where I saw the dipping technique. And you just pop it in, and then bring them out. Normally I lay them over, and I take them out and I lay them over, but yeah, it's going to last a long time. There's loads in there, so you do get a lot for your money. And then I just wipe it on my trousers to get rid of the crumbs. Again, really messy crafter. I love it. So they are £8.25 for a pack. You get loads in there, and it fills that entire little box, and I've used loads already, so yes, it will last a long time. And then during the class we've got something else called heat and stick powder, so you can stamp and then use gilding flakes as well. Bit of messy play. Am I, Emma? Are you a trouser rubber as well? Yeah, wipe it on there, it'll be alright. Yeah, there's no better way to be. So that's that, and then we're going to stick our acetate over the edge here. I hope you can see the colours as gorgeously. It looks quite dark on the screen, but they are really, really gorgeous colours. So that's going to stick on there, and then we've got a little bit of stamping to do. Can you? To blending brush to buff the gold. I haven't got any clean ones, Rosie, but that's a great idea. And it gives it a nice buffy. This is probably my cleanest one. Oh, nice. Yeah, it just finishes it off. Like, oh, that does look nice, actually. So with gilding flakes, you can get quite a rough texture to it. I quite like that. But if you use the blending brush, you get more of a polished look to it. That's a good tip. Thanks, Rosie. A messy crafter is a happy crafter. That is very true. Very true. Right, we need some ink right about now. We need Blackberry Bliss and Basic Grey, and I don't know if I got them out already. Yeah, they're right here in front of me. And we need a block. Yes, this is the heat and stick powder, which we're not going to use today, but basically it turns stamps into glue, which is gorgeous. Holly said, oh, Holly, yes, you are going to make a real mess. Casey, I would probably have those supervised. So I've got my Blackberry Bliss ink. I am going to bring in just my corner of my grid paper because we need to do some stamping off. I need to get a block, and I don't know where it's gone. Right, let's just pinch this one. So, if we overrun, does anyone want to take a break for lunch? I mean, I've got all day. I'm more than happy to break for lunch and then continue. Or has anyone got plans this afternoon? And we'll just kind of ride through. So I've got this two-step stamp. And I'm going to stamp off that one. And then stamp the next one on directly in the dark. And so to line these up, you're just looking for this little V in the bottom there. So I've kept that quite dark. My first layer I didn't stamp off. Well, I did stamp off, but it didn't take as much ink off as I had kind of thought it might. But that's okay. I'm going to take my leaves and we're going to do that in grey. You've got a video call at 2. We could just take a 10-minute pit stop, couldn't we? 10-15 minute pit stop. I've got no plans either, Jill. I'm not going anywhere. I've got to work tomorrow, but back to work. Well, I'm just enjoying doing this with you guys. So that is our stamping. And we need the thinking of you. So this actually says I'm thinking of you, but because only comfort break, we might take one after this before we do the bingo. I think then we'll take a comfort break. Yeah, people could catch up later if you can't watch. I think we'll just keep going. I don't want to rush anything. I say I've got no plans. So I'm thinking of you is just on there, and I'm just stamping up the thinking of you part. I've missed off the I'm. Yeah, you could see me do that. Emma, bacon sarnie. Where's mine? That's mean. You can't tell us that. Love a bacon sandwich. Although I had garlic bread for lunch yesterday. Not by choice. Russ just came in and said, do you want this? I was like, well, do you not want it? He was like, no, I'm going to waste it. you don't eat it. If somebody says, I'm going to waste it, it's going to go to waste if you don't eat it. That's it, isn't it? In the stomach it goes. So I'm just trimming that down. That thinking of you. And that's going to go underneath my just. I'm going to die cut both of these. Right, you'll make sense. Why am I cutting 2 leaves? She says. All will become clear. I promise. Close that ink up. Are you sure we aren't related? You never know. You never know, Emma. It's a small world out there. We possibly could be related. It's funny, isn't it, when you meet somebody that's just like you. Right, so this is going to go on here. I've got the dies somewhere. Pull those out. We've got this one that's going to cut out our underneath flower. This one's going to cut out our leaf. I hope I haven't stamped those too close together. Oh, I have just. Gonna have to do one at a time. You never ever want your dies to overlap. You also never want to run anything through the big short of the embossing machine with dies trapped underneath, as I did with my poinsettia dies. I mangled them all. Oh, you've got no plans, but you're going to nip out this afternoon for some fresh air. Yeah, I may do the same, Lizzie. I mean, I don't think we're going to overrun by too much, but I'm not going to be done by 1 o'clock. I'm sure of it. But we should be done by 2. Easily. We should easily be done by 2. This is the second demonstration. We've just got 2 quick make and takes to do. 2 games of bingo, just 2 games of bingo. Yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. Right, put those to one side. Oh no, we need those. We need to cut out another one of these flowers. Yeah, so I mangled all my poinsettia dies. I was so sad. I just kept running. Basically, if you mangle a die, just run it through the big shot or the embossing machine as many times as you possibly can, and it will be okay. The only thing in your diary is bin night. Oh, Kate, the joys of lockdown. Yeah, I hear you. I'm not too bad. I am still going to work, and so for me, life is largely the same still. But yeah, it's hard, isn't it? Nothing exciting going on. I'm looking forward to going on holiday. It was when my Stampin' Up parcel had toured more of the UK than I have this year that I started to realise there was something wrong with the world. Oh, your favourite dies? What, the poinsettias? Oh, yeah, the rectangles do tend to just warp ever so slightly. That's just because there's a long, thin stretch of die with nothing supporting it. That's not too much of an issue. So what I'm going to do is pop on my flower. This one is much darker, but I'm good with that. Where's my... We have white. Seriously, how do we lose everything? I just don't understand. Right. I put them away. I think that was why I lost them. We know how to live. Oh, totally, Anita. Yep. Yeah, my Stampin' Up parcel got caught up in the border problem. And so it went from... But I don't really understand because there was a border issue. So it went from Germany to England, back to Germany again, and then back to England. And I'm like, if there's a border problem because of COVID, surely things shouldn't be crossing borders. But they actually put it over more. So I'm just going to pop that on first, and then I'm going to stick this one down flat. So we've got one up on dimensionals, and then we've got this one down flat. A little bit of glue on the back there. Okay, stick that down. This is going to go on dimensionals as well. I'm going to need to cut a little strip of them because it's a bit too narrow for the big ones. So a little strip of those on there. And then that's just going to tie under there like that. I've got some of this ribbon. This is the most frayable ribbon I've ever known. I mean, you only have to look at it and it frays. So make of that what you will. Some people will use it to their benefit. I'm just carrying on using it like I would normally and kind of pretending that it's okay. And some people won't use it for certain things because it frays. Amsterdam and then Shanghai. Oh, brilliant, Emma. That's a cracking travel for your present. Wouldn't it be nice to go to Amsterdam and Shanghai? Yep. In another 3 years, maybe we'll be allowed to. So I'm going to pop some red tape down. Just kind of trying to gauge how long I want it. It's going to go about here. I think if you stick this down right to the end of tape, then it's probably okay. Yeah, so it probably won't fray as much if it's right on the edge of tape. Hence my putting tape all the way to the edge. And then stick that down like that. We want a little piece of the ombre DSP. Just a little piece of a certain type. I don't know if I'm going to be able to find it. Oh, there it is. Just the darker side of that ombre. It's not quite as dark as the actual card, but I just thought that tied in quite nicely. And that's just 1 centimetre in width. And then that's going to go at the top like that. Again, I'm going to cut that at an angle, so probably about there, just to tie in with my thing underneath. I'll pop a little bit of red tape on the back there. Now my greeting for this was so fiddly. I'm not doing it again. Speak too soon. I'm going to try something else first. Let's put it that way. The greeting, I'll show you where it came from. The greeting was from the Happy Thoughts stamp set, and it's the middle words from one of the bigger greetings. I've got to cut it all down, but I am aware of time, so I'm just going to see if I can grab my sentiments from the many messages and see if there was something suitable to use in that. And yes, there we go, sending a smile your way. Love it. That's why I love the many messages, because they're already done. There's loads of them. They're all different types. Yeah, fabulous. So this one here, I'm going to pop over the top. So just trim the leaves down ever so slightly. That's a good question, Lizzie. Has said present arrived yet? And then all I'm doing is kind of carving those leaves into a shape. It just looked too flat. It's the way I'm going to describe it. So that's going to go over the top then of the other one, exactly the same place, but it just gives some definition to those leaves, and because you can still see the ones underneath, it makes it look like there are more. And I'm just putting some glue down that strip and then popping that over there like that, so that's going to stick down. And then this one can go up on some dimensionals Again, just cut a very thin strip. Pop that down. Like that. So there's our card. I'm not going to show you how to make the box. I never was. It's on my blog. So Throwback Thursday's coming up, and I'm going to make this to go with our card here. Oh, I just need some gems. That's what we're missing. My take your pick tool. I don't think these retired when the Christmas catalogue retired, but they may have done, at which point I'm ignoring everything that you say because they're not retired in my head. These are the most beautiful gems. You like it? I'm glad, thank you. Yeah, I was just thinking, what am I going to make? Struggling with inspiration, and all of a sudden the ombre DSP kind of thought, oh, I wonder what that would look like with some acetate. And then it just kind of came from there, let's say. Yes, but you haven't given it yet. Aye. What, it's still a part, is that kind of COVID related, is it? And then there's a little box, so I'll show you how to make that in the coming weeks. Thank you. Glad you like that one, my ladies. And any men that may be watching or watching on the replay. It would be nice to have you join us. So, what have we got next? That was Fine Art Floral. I might just have to put those dies away, because if I don't put the dies away, I run the risk of losing them. That would be bad. So next up, we're going to have a little comfort break. So we're going to have 2 minutes. So be quick, because next up is bingo. Okay, so everybody who's got their stuff ready, everybody's got their packs, grab your bingo, and then quickly head to the toilet. If it isn't on your order, you may have to get some. Yeah, I think you might. You have to be going back into that order summary and seeing what you've ordered. Ah, lovely. Glad you like it. Thank you, ladies. So I'm just having a tidy up. Please do grab your bingo cards out and then head to the toilet. We'll have a quick couple of minutes comfort break. I'm just going to stay on live so we don't have to start over again, because it all seems to be working fine at the moment. I'm going to plug my phone in. Emma Goddard's already swayed you to put a couple of things on your from your reserve list onto your order list. Gosh, I know. Enablers, that's the problem. Right, let's take that little dongle out. Excuse me, in the way there. Right, let's put that to one side. There was a tape I lost, so very easily done. Anybody watching on YouTube, you can still keep fast forwarding. We're not there yet. You are looking at blank screen. That's not very exciting, is it? Let me put the catalogue in the middle. There you go. You can at least look at that. Right, I'll be back in 2 minutes. I'm just going to go to the toilet. Right, ready for bingo? Okay, so you should have your grids. Just reading your comments. Right, so you should have your grids ready in front of you. I am going to just grab a flat sheet of paper so that you can see a little bit better, I hope. So eyes down, nice and quiet in the rooms. And I will start calling out some colours. All you need to do, we're going for a full house only, so what, just one prize. Should we do that? Should we do a line? Let's do a line. I need to write down who I'm giving prizes to. We're going to do a line and then we're going to do a full house. Okay? So we've got Seaside Spray. Seaside Spray. No, one sheet, Hazel, sorry, just one. There's 2 games of bingo. So 2 games of bingo, just use one, pick one sheet that you're going to work on. I don't know whether to bring this in. I'm going to risk bringing this in a bit so that you can just see those colours a bit better. Pretty Peacock. Pretty Peacock. So yeah, we're having 2 games of bingo, so choose a bingo sheet and start marking these colours off. Seaside Spray and Pretty Peacock. Grey Granite. Bermuda Bay. Cinnamon Cider. Yep, they're all colours. Yep. My instructions at the top said the colours from pages whatever and whatever. They were, so it was all the colours. Shaded spruce. So saffron. Pool party. That's one of my favourite colours is pool party. Yeah, brilliant colour. Oh, I've messed my instructions up. I have said core colours only, actually. So, anything goes. Simply fill in the grid by writing the names of only the core store custom paying out colours from subtle sprites, regals or neutrals families. These can be found on page 142 to 143 of the annual catalogue. So, Cinema Cider is out. So is Seaside Spray, Pretty Peacock. And we're down to these ones. So you're... And I will filter out all of my in colours. No, Hazel, you're right, because it doesn't say. The instructions, if we read them, clearly say, to play, simply fill in the grid by writing in the names of any of the core Stampin' Up! Colours from the subtles, brights, regals or neutrals families. These can be found on page 142 to 143 of the annual catalogue. If you aren't sure, let me know and I will email or message you a list of the colours. Put a different colour in each box in the grid. So, not a problem. We're back on core colours only. And yes, the star in the middle does count. Basic grey. It's because I write this, because I prepared so long in advance. That's the problem. And then I'm like, I'm just getting ready going, oh, I think I chose that. Night of Navy. If you have put any of the in colours in and you wish to change them on the next game, then you can do that. Pumpkin pie. There should be enough to fill, not to fill all the boxes, because 2 games of bingo, so you can use the same on either side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So there's 24 stars, 24 boxes on a grid. But Jill, you can change your colours for the next side, not a problem. Crumb cake. Balmy blue. We'll get this. By the time we've done a 3rd virtual catalogue launch, we will get a decent game of bingo. Last time's everybody won at the same time, because I messed it up. This time it's a little confusing. Gorgeous grape. Yep, no, they can be you can marry, it's just 2 completely separate games of bingo, but we will get it by the time we do a 3rd catalogue launch. And please, once you've done this one, change your game for the 2nd game and change your colours. As long as you're honest with me, I don't mind. Mango Melody. Petal Pink. Are we close to a line yet? Must be close to a line. Mossy Meadow. Balmy Blue's not an in colour. No, Balmy Blue is core colour. Melon Mambo. Flirty Flamingo. Garden Green. I'm filtering out all the unwanted, rejected colours. Granny Apple Green. Rich Raspberry. mint macaron. Oh, you got a line, Hazel. There's such a delay on this. I don't know where you got the line from, but perfect. Is that a line, is it, Hazel? Let me know. Claire, are you bingoing for a line or a full house? If it's a line, I've got a feeling Hazel might have beat you, or were you agreeing to me, Hazel, that balmy blue is a core colour? Claire's got a line. Hazel, let me know if yours was a line. Well done, Claire. Bye, blue, Bermuda Bay, Grand Apple, Shade Star. Ah, Claire, you were pipped to the post by our winner, Hazel. Balmy Blue, Bermuda Bay, Granny Apple Green, Shaded Spruce, and Star. Well done, Hazel. Calypso Coral. Eyes Down for the full house. Coastal Cabana. Crushed Curry. Real Red. Blushing Bride. Oh, just worked with this one. Blackberry Bliss. Daffodil Delight. Cherry Cobbler. Early Espresso. Old Olive. Must be coming up for a full house now. Soft Suede. Not many left. Pear Pizzazz. Poppy Parade. Highland Heather. Cajun Craze. Must have something now. You must be coming up. Soft Seafoam. Pacific Point. Or did you all put in colours in your grids? Shaded Sahara Sand. I'm literally I'm out. Smoky Slate. Right, it must be because of this lag. So, who is the winner? I'm out of colours. That's all the colours being called. So you can put our in colours away. Katie, full house. Well done, Katie. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Katie, the prize is coming your way. And Hazel, I'm going to write these down because I'm going to forget. Oh, where's Mary Merlot then? I literally cut these out of the things, Hazel. Of the thing the other day. Terracotta Tile is in colour. And Old Olive was called for sure. That was out on the sheet. Why is Mary Merlot not on my sheet? Oh, no, I'm terrible. Where's that gone? I literally cut them all up and then put them in the... Right, Mary Merlot. Any other colours anybody got missing? And I'll add them to the... I'll add them to the pot. Oh, sorry. Sorry, Hazel, but you're getting a prize because you got her first line. Everybody else knows I'm not very good at bingo. Highland Headow, is that not in there? You're all on one to go, were you? Katie got the full house. Hazel got the one line. Anybody who put in colours in their on their sheet, please change those now to core colours only. Anybody not playing along and just having a good giggle at how disorganised. Highland Heather was there. Yeah, I thought it was in there. It was just Merry Merlot got... I'll find it on the floor, Hazel, when I'm hoovering up. Oh, no, there was Merry Merlot. I did call it. I'm sure I caught it. I wouldn't have not called it. Which one did you have left, Sandy? I called them all. Maybe we missed them. They were literally all in there, and I pulled them all out and put them all out separately. So, good game of bingo. Yeah, missed some. I think people must have missed some because they were all in there and all there to go. So, change your sheets if you've put in colours in for the second game. We'll play again in a bit. What have we got now? We've got make and take. Let's grab our make and take and we'll do this one. This little thank you cards. Using the hydrangea. No problem, Anne-Marie. Honestly, I played bingo with another demonstrator when she did it. I would have won the full house, but I missed it. So I know how hard it is. It is hard doing virtual bingo, and it is upsetting because I was so sad. I would have won the prize, but I hope whoever it was that won enjoyed it. So we've got, who did we have there? I didn't write it down. Katie won the full house, and Hazel won the line. And I'll do the answers to my games later on when I go back through and read everything. So got your make and takes, and we are simply going to stick this sheet onto here. Using some Tombow glue. You can stick this, no, don't stick that down straight away. Stick onto, we need to put the ribbon round, stick onto the white sheet this piece of DSP here. I'll count them when we do the bingo next time. I'll make sure we've got all the colours there. Should be 40 core colours. 40 core colours. And I will stick to this idea next time because it does work, and we'll know by the annual catalogue what we're doing. So we're going to stick on the mercury glass acetate, and this is exactly the same as when you used the acetate earlier in my demonstration. Okay, and you just want to put some glue in the places where the acetate doesn't show through, where the foiling is. And this is the same as well. I pulled the protective backing off this for you. These do have a protective backing. Like I say, I have pulled that off, but normally you would want to pull that off. Pop some bobs of glue around there, and then stick that on your Whisper White layer. That acetate like foil sheet. Haha, 40 colours, that's why you need all this storage. Very true. Yeah, there's a lot of core colours, and 50 including the in colours as well. Then we're going to pop on some ribbon. So I'm going to use my seal like we did before, and just on the back, decide roughly where you want your ribbon to come across, and just pop on. And you can either make these now with me, or you can make them later. I will post pictures in the group and on my Facebook page, so that if you don't want to make them now, you don't have to. I know you've got no instructions because it's just a quick make and take. You've got two pieces of ribbon, one slightly longer than the other, Okay, stick with the shorter one on the left, the longer one on the right, and then we're just tying a knot. Okay, we're not tying a bow. One of the nice things about doing it this way is if you realise that's not tight enough, you can then just take this off, peel that off, put it round and pop it back on. I'm just going to stick that up a bit higher actually. So that's one of the nice things about tying a knot that way and using the glue on either side. Probably need to take you back out a bit. I brought you back in close for the bingo. So a little bit of ribbon around the side, and then you need to fussy cut out your, this is the Hydrangea Hill Suite. So I don't have the stamps and dies, but I do have the papers. I think they're gorgeous. Real pinky purpley colours. I'll show you the papers in a sec. Once you fussy cut round these. One of the things I do love about the Stampin' Up! DSP is it does have in there the option to fussy cut. It's normally about 2 or 4 sheets of DSP that can be fussy cut. So you don't necessarily always have to buy the stamp set. I shouldn't be telling you that, but we all need the stamp set. Yeah, you just need to get the papers. Quite often there's enough in there. If you like the colours of the suite and you like the papers, you can. We do a lot of this for class, Emma, because a lot of my ladies are retired. I don't necessarily have or want to spend a lot of money on crafting products. So it's good to have options, and you don't want or need every single stamp set. There's a few that you think, oh yeah, really, you know, I love that, I've got to have that. But the others you just think, oh, I'd love to just play with the papers. You always do the stamp sets, you can create your own background papers. That's really, yeah, the other way around, Lizzie. Either way, isn't it? One or the other. That's a good idea, to create your own background papers. I'm more of a paper girl, I think. I love paper. Always have had an affinity to paper. And so for me, I think that's why I probably do it this way around. And I can make boxes and bags, but you can do that with card, I suppose, when you've stamped your own DSP. Horses for courses, as they say. You and Ethan hate doing fussy cutting. Does Holly not mind it then? You're really into DSP at the moment, but trying to do a lot with the celebration. Yeah, that's, I mean, the only problem is, Emma, I buy too many and I can't, there's no way I can physically use them all. So I always end up with a lot left over, but I do love paper. I do love using my papers. I don't get me wrong, I love my stamps as well. But, and this way it's been working really well for make and takes and classes and stuff, because not everybody's going to have the same tastes. So we've been doing a lot of fussy cutting. I've sold a few pairs of snips to a few people, and yeah, we're doing a lot of fussy cutting of papers. It keeps the classes a reasonable cost, I think, as well. A fun kind of one-time thing. Yeah, decoupage. And then they did the whole decoupage that was poppable, didn't they, Hazel? That's how I started crafting as well. I had some of the sets and you just kind of popped the things out and stuck them on, and it's lovely. And I still do love that, the hunky-dory stuff, but for me there's nothing better than getting a bit messy and playing and stamping and different techniques. And yeah, I love that about Stampin' Up. Yeah, Sandy is a paper. And Antriana, you're a paper addict as well, are you? That's good to know. Yeah, there's some beautiful papers. So we're going to stick those on with the dimensionals. Now, because I was just thinking, these are quite lightweight. The papers are quite light. If you wanted to do something heavier with them, you could just stick the whole sheet onto card before you cut it out. That would give you a heavier weight item, I suppose, once you've put it out. So I'm going to stick one on there, just covering up that little corner. Do you, Hazel? You buy two. One to use and one to admire. I know somebody, Heidi, I don't know if you're still watching, but she did that with the... I'm just going to try and decide which way around I want this. She did that with the bee papers. And they are gorgeous. So we're going to stick on some gems as well. Oh look, one of my gems has fallen off and then got stuck underneath. I'm going to stick one up there, one down there, and one in the corner here. I did stick it on the mercury glass, but maybe it doesn't stick as well onto that mercury glass. Then just grab a stamp or whatever you want and stamp a sentiment and pop that on. I'm actually going to leave this blank. Okay, I was going to do the sentiment, but I don't know whether I need a thank you card or a birthday card or a congratulations card. And something I don't really share with you guys very often is that you can just leave your cards blank. Don't have to have sentiments on them yet. You don't have to have them on there at all, but you can just leave them and then put them in a little storage and then pop a sentiment on afterwards. That can be a really, really good way of making sure that you've always got cards on hand for whatever. Ah, hey Rachel. It is gorgeous. Marion, did you find us again? Did you miss our crazy bingo? Our bingo flop. So there is the card. It is gorgeous acetate. But yeah, you can just put the sentiment on afterwards. And you can do that with, I would say, a lot of our cards. Yeah, you don't have to have the sentiment on straight away. So I'm going to leave that one blank. And that is as simple as it is. It is gorgeous acetate. Rachel, you will love it. That was make and take number 1. Are you back now though, people? Or am I still here? You might have 3 sets of the bee papers. Oh, Hazel. That is a lot of bee paper. So if we need it, if I ever need any, I know where to come. Right, what have we got next? Oh, Prize Patrol. Grab those tickets. We are going to do another Prize Patrol. And this one is Heal Your Heart. So I'm giving away this stamp set. Somebody tell me that we're still here. I'm still rolling. Because a couple of people have said they've lost us. So I'm going to bring that out a little bit, actually, because we're going to do another demonstration in a minute. Somebody tell me we're here, and then we'll get on and do a Prize Patrol. Here, we're here, good. Thank you, Hazel. Okay, so to win Heal Your Heart will be ticket number 392. Who's got 392? Kate. $392, winning number for Heal Your Heart stamp set. Oh, I'm glad you're here, Rachel. Oh, is that you, Claire? Are you my winner at 392? Brilliant. Oh, I'm pleased for you. Let me put your name down. I think that's what you mean by me. Claire, Heal Your Heart. Gorgeous, gorgeous sentiments in there. I'm trying to stay organised. Can you tell? Is it working? Oh, well done, Claire. I'm pleased. Brilliant. You're going to love that one. Brilliant stamp set. So let's put that to one side. We're going to get on with... Maybe this isn't as badly timed as I thought it was. we're going to get on with a touch of ink. So, going to be using a gorgeous, gorgeous stamp set. Okay, it's a Celebration stamp set. And it is a £90 spend Celebration stamp set. But it is gorgeous. So, if you were to purchase from me during Celebration the Fine Art Floral and the Sand and Sea that we've used today, bundles, you could get this stamp set for free. And it is this one, a touch of ink. Okay, put everything to one side. It's getting in a bit of a mess again, that's okay. It's a double stamp set, hence why it's £90, and they're big images. Okay, you get the line art, you get the sentiments. Some of the sentiments are quite small, but I'm okay with that. You've got this little dotty one, and then you've got these images which infill the stamps here. So I'm going to show you, I'm not going to do that with you, but I'm going to show you what that looks like. But that's why it's a £90 spend stamp set. Absolutely stunning. Okay, so let me put Bingo over there, because we'll come back to him in a minute. This is one I made with that technique, and it's literally simply a piece of paper, another piece of paper, and then I stamped the images in black, and then I've used the sponge daubering technique to layer different colours of ink onto the overlays here and here, and then popping them on. So it's got this artistic feel. Can you see it goes over the lines? Oh, lovely, Rosie, watching in the hot tub. Perfect. Oh, I love having my iPad in the bath. I have a protective cover. I had one of my mum's old ones, but I got a new one for Christmas, and it sits in this protective thing. Oh, we've gone fuzzy again on my screen. Gonna try and move us in again. So yeah, I loved it. I mean, it's so quick. I mean, that literally took about 5 minutes to put together, if that. Yeah, hopefully that's better. Is that better? So it took about 5 minutes to put this together. Really quick and easy. That was on just a die cut that I had, and then this is one of the bits and bobs from the Magical Moments. It's not my grid paper course again. I don't know what the problem is. It's this phone. I've got a Chinese phone. I bought a new one because the other one was battery's life was terrible. But yeah, and then I've just stuck the sentiment on. Really, really quick and easy. Honestly, that's, I mean, 5 minutes and you've got a brilliant card. So great for quick cards, this stamp set. Also good for bright cards. This was one I made recently. And the blending. So this is stamping blends. And one of the techniques we're doing in the blends course is blending different colours together. So you can see here I've got Daffodil Delight all the way down to Melon Mambo. So you get some gorgeous, gorgeous blending with the stamping blends. And then this one here, again, quite quick and simple. This is the blending brushes, so I just use my blending brush with the green, the Granny Apple green, to pop some colour over the white. A little strip of design series paper, simple sentiment. Thank you, Rosie. Thanks, Katie. Lovely simple sentiment. And then this was watercoloured, because I wanted to get that real blended tone of the pinks and the purples, and then I just used my Wink of Stella over the top of that one. And then this is what I was playing around with. I'm not entirely sure I'm happy with it, but again, coloured in with the stamping blends. So, but well, that's not what we're going to make. We're not going to make any of those. We're going to make a little bit different. I'm going to show you how you can watercolour with it using white heat embossed. So we're going to make this one. Sandy, these are the sweets you gave me, and Russ had a look yesterday and he wanted one of these from the actual pack. I was like, no, you can't have them because the only one that's left is in here. It does look like DSP. It looks, if you can get a real good tone with your blends, they look printed. And the tip to that we will learn in my blends course. Yeah, there's that. I'm so excited to start that. Right, this is watercoloured. We're not going to make the bag, but I just wanted to show you, you know, that you can make a little treat bag, a little bag of chockies, to give somebody as a nice little gift that matches your card. Oh, you've got bacon sarnie. Paula, look, Emma, what you started with your bacon sarnie. So put that to one side, and we're going to make this card. So all I've got is a piece of... Oh, thank you, Rachel. I really love working with them. It makes me feel like an artist when I wouldn't say I am. It makes me feel like a cheat artist. So all I've got is a little piece of watercolour card, grey granite card behind that, and then the Whisper white card outside of that one. What? Are you laughing at me, Lizzie, or craving a bacon sandwich? I'm not sure which. So I've got some white stamp and emboss powder, a clear block. I'm going to grab the leaf stamp and the hummingbird. Have also got somewhere the embossing buddy, just because I thought it might be good to use that, but I can't find it. Oh, here it is. And my Versamark. I'm supposed to be trying to leave that in shop for you all. So if you need the host code or to place an order, there's my website there, you can find that. Or just to connect. It would be lovely to have you read my blog if you're new. Right, so there's our thing. We need a sheet to work on because we're using embossing powder again. So we are going to pick that up and put that down on this piece of paper. Use the leaves first, I think. And then just stamp the leaves down. It's so hard to see where you've stamped already, so if you need to, this is the way I do it. Pop powder on, because you can see, and I just end up having to do this in stages. Oh, I've just missed. It takes a little bit longer. I'll sort that out in just a second, but it's so worth it because you actually get things in the right place. Yeah, I just went to pour that powder back in, and I've missed the pot. I've just poured it all over the desk. At least I didn't pour it in on the floor. And we've got one up the top. We're going to have just a little flurry of leaves. Up here. That's up there. Sorry, I just got a message from somebody. It's hard reading. I get distracted super easily. And then we'll put our hummingbird on, I think. So we'll take that off. Pop our hummingbird on. But yeah, this way you can actually see where you're putting your stamped images. Otherwise it's all a little bit of a guess, isn't it? So I'm going to put one here. And then we're having one just kind of seeing his belly and his tail feathers up the top. You could leave it, but it just looked a bit bare to me. And I know this isn't actually accurate because hummingbirds don't fly and hover near leaves. They fly and hover near flowers. But I'm good with that. A little bit of creative imagination. So I have got a game for you. So if you want to win yourself a share of that paper, and if somebody wins twice, I'm going to redraw. Okay, so it'll be, you can only win once of my games. but you don't know who's won yet on any of them. So, hummingbirds. Oh, we didn't do game number 3. So I'm going to give you game number 3 first, and then I'm going to give you game number 4 at the bottom, at the end, okay? Oh, you need me to do all your projects for your display stamper project for team training. Oh, Rosie, bless you. So, if you are a member of the Catalogue launch group on Facebook, take a picture of a flower or a flower stamp or a drawn flower or anything flower related and post it as a comment in the Catalogue launch group on the post that says post your pictures here. Alright, so you have to do that, and it's not a first come first served, it's just, and there's no time limit. Between now and tomorrow, post a picture of a flower there. I will then choose a winner at random, okay, and somebody will win a prize from there. So that's in the Catalogue launch group on the Facebook group. There's a post that says post your flowers here. Post a picture of a flower stamp or a flower, something flower related in there, and you could be in with a chance of winning a prize. And the 4th game, no Googling allowed. How much does the smallest hummingbird weigh? How much does the smallest hummingbird weigh while I heat emboss this? No, it doesn't matter for any flower. It could be a flower in your garden, Hazel, just a picture of a flower. It's just a little bit of fun. Ounces? How old are you all? I'll have to be Googling what an ounce is. $3 grams, 5 grams, 6 grams. Do you know what? You're all actually relatively close. If it would be me guessing, I probably would have guessed it about a kilogram. Ancient, says Anita. Oh, bless you all. 2 grams, says Paula. 2 ounces, says... I don't even know what an ounce is. Isn't there like 16 ounces in a pound or something? Oh, an ounce is 28 grams. Yeah, see, I wouldn't have had a clue about that. 4 grams in 1 ounce. Oh, 4 grams in an ounce. Claire, how much does the smallest hummingbird weigh? I had no idea they were as small as they are. And I didn't know either. Did you know they're the only bird that can fly backwards? Did you know that? So, once we've heat embossed that, we're going to do a little bit of watercolouring. I love watercolouring. I just love crafting, right? So I've got the colours Shaded Spruce and Granny Apple Green. I need to try and find my Stampin' Blends. You can just do this with your Wink of Stella. Okay, but I think my Wink of Stella's running out a little bit. So I'm going to do it with the water aqua painter. Although I really want the thin one. I don't know where they've gone. I've lost them. So we'll use this one. But yeah, you can water paint. You have a stuffed one in a cigarette tin. That was your granddad's 1928? No, I'd love to see. Mary, send me a picture. You thought it was 1 ounce. You're 73 and forgot your pounds and ounces. 3 grams, 0.6 ounces. I'm going to have to Google 1 ounce, 4 grams. Ah, so an ounce is 4 grams. Oh, 1 ounce, 4. You meant 1 ounce, 4 grams. I'm so confused. Right, anyway. Yeah, I'd love to see a picture of that, Mary. So, when you're watercolouring, again, just as we did earlier, I tend to just pop a little bit of water down on the area that I want to colour first. You don't have to. There's two different ways of watercolouring. This is just the way I'm going to do it. Then I'm going to pick up some of my colour. Just be careful you don't go outside the lines though when you do this, because if you go outside of the lines, when you put your colour down, it will bleed outside of the lines. And I'm just going to pick up a little bit of that shaded spruce and just blend that in there as well. This is where you might need your tissue. Yeah, send us all a picture, Mary. Or if Mary sends it to me, I'll send it to everybody. I'd love to see a picture of them. I've never even seen a real live hummingbird. Has anyone else ever seen a hummingbird? So a little bit of water down there, then pick up some of the ink. Trying to get different tones, so I've got lighter and darker. And then I just work with the tissue so I can kind of wipe it off and then go back in with a clean brush. It doesn't really matter which way around you do this. I think the last one I did the background first. I am rushing this again. I don't want it to take forever. You can take a bit longer, but you could spend hours beautifully watercolouring, or you can do a really decent job just quite quickly. Entirely up to you. So just a bit darker, and then going into the light, a little bit of shaded spruce in the shadowed areas. You have African... Oh, you've got an African upbringing. Oh, you've seen one, Yvonne, have you? 1 ounce, definitely 28 grams. Lovely, thank you, Rachel. You don't do grams either. You think it might be in... Oh, you think it might be in the loft. We were only talking about this the other day, Russ and I. Why is the UK in both imperial and metric? I mean, it's like, make a decision. Are we working in imperial or are we working in metric as a country? We work in both, which is just incredibly confusing. So if you go outside the lines a little bit, watercolouring can be quite forgiving. You just add a little bit of water to it and then you should be able to mop up that error. But we're going to put green on the background anyway, so it's not the end of the world. Just adding a little bit of colour in here. So this is Granny Apple Green, one of my favourite greens ever. It is stunning. And then we'll quickly do this last leaf here while we're at it. Oh, I'd love to see a hummingbird, yeah. And a kingfisher. I have seen a kingfisher though. I was lucky enough to out in India, I think. Probably a long way to go. Nature lovers will tell me you can see them down the road. Probably a long way to go to see one. I know, working in the joinery industry, yes, exactly. It's exactly what brought it off. 4x2 wood, so you're getting 4x2 and you're getting it in 6 meters or whatever it is, yeah. You'd love to see how I think it's a moth that resembles one. Probably more likely to spot that. I can't stand moths. Right, so that's our leaves coloured in, so we can pop those two colours away. Then pull out the balmy blue, and we'll do the background, I think. So again, quite a lot of, you either need to use quite a lot of water or do a very small area at one time because it's going to dry. quite quickly. So it's entirely up to you when you watercolour which one you want to do, or you could just go straight in dry. You don't have to put this water on first, but I just prefer it. And then I'm kind of putting in where I think it's going to be shadowy first of all. Yeah, so underneath these, because that's what I've got darker ink on my brush basically, and then pull that out into the whiter spaces, because then it will blend outwards. Does that make sense? And that's going to give you your... Okay, we've gone fuzzy again. Let's try and bring you in a little bit closer as well so you can see what I'm doing. Hopefully that is better. Let me know. Do you remember being excited at school to have to write 1960 at the top of the page? So again, just pop the water all around the area that you're working with at the moment. Yeah. So working down here, so we'll put water all the way down here. Grab some of the ink and then just go in the shadowy areas to begin with. Yep, and then you can go back and kind of pull that out into the whiter areas. Does that make sense? And then same with the hummingbird. Put some water all over there. Go in with the darker all the way under his belly. And then blend that out into the whiter area. The wetter the paper and the ink is, the more forgiving it will be, because it won't have dried yet. Hence why I'm using a pot of water off to my side, because my fingers are freezing and it would take me quite a lot of effort to squeeze out that much water. So just gonna this is a nice light background. Thanks, Anita. So you can see that I made it quite dark, but I don't want it dark, so because it's still plenty wet enough, I can go in and change that. And I'm gonna go in a little bit darker just in here. It's a secret for you. I do paint as well, not often, but I do paint and draw. Despite getting kicked out of my art classes at school. So this is balmy blue for the background. Tell you what, I might have to learn some video editing software and just edit this video down so that we've just got the 3 kind of tutorials. That's the one thing I'm not very good at, is computers. I've learnt a lot this year during lockdown, but it's definitely not my forte. So picking up the darker ink and just going in those shaded areas again, and then working out into the more whiter area, and the same underneath this other hummingbird here. Ah, you like watching me craft, Hazel. I want to put it on YouTube, that's all I'm thinking, and I'm just thinking if I it's a long video we've done today, but if I edited it down into different segments, it might be a bit easier. So I just want this a little bit. What do I always say? Anybody who knows me will say they probably wrote it at me. You can't take it away once you put it on ink. So just add a little bit by little bit. You can add it, but you can't take it away. That's what I normally say. So it might feel painstaking, but it's so worth it, I think. This is the way I do it. I've just gone a bit too dark there, so just go back in and mop that up. There we go. So I'm happy with the background there. And then we're going to go in for our hummingbirds. The computers are not your forte. Yeah, you said it, not me, Rachel. Bless you. Yeah, they're really not my forte. So I've got some really strong colours here. We've got Bermuda Bay, we've got Pacific Point, and then we've got Sahara Sand as well, which is an interesting combination, let's say. Oh, you love the colours. Thank you, Claire. Oh, it's good. It's lovely to watch. You can see a picture. Oh, I'm glad you're enjoying it. Right, so we're going to colour in our hummingbird. I'm going to start with the wings. And I'm going to start with this top wing here, just laying the water down. Now I'm going to start with the Sahara Sand, because I googled hummingbirds and they have these like grey browny wings, and then we're going to go in for a tiny little bit of Bermuda Bay and just try and blend those together. And then just coming into the dark. I mean, Bermuda Bay is such a dark colour. Look at this, how bright it is. So it's really up to you how much you want on there. And then tail feathers I'm going to do next. We're having a little bit of Pacific Point. Again, a really bright colour. Has it gone all fuzzy again? I've gone a bit fuzzy. And if you just start to bleed outside the lines, just take your tissue and flick it back in on itself. So it's a bit delicate, this, but I love it. A little bit of Sahara Sand top there, coming down into the Bermuda Bay. And I'm not using the right brush. Ideally, I would be using the smaller brush again as well. So underneath here, we're having a mix of Bermuda Bay and Pacific Point. Good, because I've just managed to drag some of that in. So what are we going to start with? The Bermuda Bay. Up and over the head. A little bit lighter just there. And then coming darker again underneath his body. Mixed with a little bit of Bermuda Bay coming into here. Love watercolouring, it's just so therapeutic, and this is such a nice set for it. Because you've heat embossed, this is nowhere near as difficult as it would be if you were just doing it onto a stamped image. So heat embossing is the way to go. You're glad I moved that spoon. I've spent a minute cleaning your screen. No, it's me, and it is still there. Sadly, I don't know what it was, but the water was wet, and it's just marked the page ever so slightly, but it's okay. And then we're going to come up and do this one. So don't think that this is beyond you, please, because it's really not. Just getting your brushes, having a go, and having a bit of fun with it. And it's just a piece of card. That's the joy of watercolouring, is it's just a piece of card. I'm gonna go out there and say this. If you're new to watercolouring, you don't even need to buy Stampin' Up's watercolour card. I mean, it's brilliant, but if you're scared you're going to ruin it and waste it, and that's why you're not doing it, just go and buy some cheap watercolour cards. Don't let that put you off, you know. I would hate for anyone to say, oh, watercolour card's expensive, therefore, and I don't want to waste the card, I don't want to have a go, because it's not. Watercolour card does not have to be expensive. I would much rather people bought cheaper watercolour card and then had a go at it, at least, because it'd be such a crying shame. It's such a fun thing to do. Don't do enough of it myself. So here's a little bit difficult because I'm trying to see what's what, and I think we've got wing here, so we're going to put some Bermuda Bay there. Just coming out under here as well. And then we're into Sahara sand again. Up here for the wings. And then this is actually Balmy Blue. Underneath here. So, just one last thing left to do. This is where it can all get a bit messed up. Yeah, Stampin' Up colours and aqua painters are awesome though. They really are. The colours are great to work with. You don't need sets of watercolour inks. You've got it here in front of you. And the water painters are very good, I must admit. But yeah, it doesn't matter what card you use. If you want Stampin' Up, it's brilliant. It's a lovely card to work with. But you just don't be put off. Don't be put off. Have a go. So, I need a bit. Just have a bit of clean tissue. Now, where you're watercolouring over embossed, okay, you will get colour on the embossed, on the white lines. Can you see it's coming off? So I'm just rubbing gently. Just make sure you don't rub anywhere onto a colour that you don't want. So I've got quite a dark colour here. I don't want that on my Balmy Blue. So don't rub outwards, rub inwards, if that makes sense. Rub into the colour you want. So same with the leaves, just rub ever so slightly, but just into the leaves themselves. And that's our card. That's it. I'm not going to put sentiment on this one again. So with this one, I might put a few gems on actually. This one I put thank you so much and hope. I know who this is going to. That's going to somebody. But you could put on whatever sentiment you wanted to. You could put it on as a banner afterwards. You could stamp it flat if you wanted to. I'm just going to leave that to dry naturally. And then I will affix that onto there. And I'm going to fix that onto there, gives myself a nice border. And again, the gems really ought to go on when it's completely dry. And I just don't want to heat set it. I want to get that natural effect of the waters. You like it? Oh, thanks guys. Thank you, Paula. Thank you, Anita. Thanks, Hazel. Thanks, Lisa. I'm glad you liked it. I loved showing you that one actually. Yeah, watercolouring is brilliant. Have a go, please. Have a play. Do it. You won't regret it. Especially with the stamps. And this is a fantastic stamp set for it. Touch of Ink stamp set. Available with a £90 purchase. But you'll have that on top of your other stuff. And it is for free. Yeah, brilliant, brilliant stamp set. And if you use the host code as well there when you order with me, you could win the chance of winning the Berry Blessing stamp set and the DSP, and you will get some pastel pearls as well. So you'll have loads of stuff coming your way. if you were to order that one. Oh, do, Andriana, do have a go, please. Don't be put off. And it's just practice. It's just practice. Having a play. So my leaves on this one were darker. Can you see? Oh, and what I'm going to do as well is just go over with the Wink of Stella. Again, leave it until it's completely dry, because Wink of Stella does have water in it and you could reactivate the inks. So make sure you leave it until it's completely dry, and then just go over all your colouring with Wink of Stella, just to give it a little bit of a glittery. I might need a new one of these. Give it a bit of glittery, bit of shimmer. It's not intense. Oh, yeah, do have a go. I'd love to see a hummingbird. Beautiful carding technique. Thank you, Mo. Yeah, I'd love to see a hummingbird. Marion, you've never tried this technique. Must have a go. Do have a go. It's really, really good. Wet on wet watercolouring. And just using the shadows, the areas there for shadows. Again, you can take a lot longer over it than I have done. This first card may have taken a little bit longer. But just sit down and have a go. So, what are we on now? Next game of bingo. So has everybody altered their bingo cards? Oh yes, and this is just the little treat gift that I made to go with it. I'm going to be eating these though. This isn't actually going to be given to anybody. It was just made as a sample to show you. So it's a gift to myself. And I've just cut the hummingbird out and popped them on the top there. So that is that one. Let's bring back in our sheet of paper and our cards here. So this is a bit closer now, so hopefully you won't miss any, and hopefully you'll be able to see them when they come out, the numbers. So this is our second game of bingo, your second bingo card. If you used in colours, please do change them for other colours. If you haven't already done that, I'll give you 2 seconds to quickly do that now. And then we're going to do our make and take number 2. So we're not too bad with time actually. So first colour is Pacific Point. Just used that one, haven't we, as well? Beautiful, beautiful blue colour. Eyes down, this is for the line. Cajun Craze. Another deep blue, Night of Navy. We've got Blackberry Bliss. Bermuda Bay. Crumb Cake. Highland Heather. Real Red. Soft Seafoam. My favourite green, Granny Apple Green. Smoky Slate. Pumpkin Pie. Melon Mambo. Another of my favourite colours, Coastal Cabana. Blushing Bride. Old Olive. Sahara Sand. Poppy Parade. Are we nearly at a line yet? Calypso Coral. Balmy Blue. Oh, Katie, gosh, you have got 3 people signed up today. So, well done, Katie. Oh, Anne-Marie, you were just pipped to the post there by Katie. Fastest finger first. Katie, which one of you was it that won that time? Right, let me write that down. I think my other sheet is under here. Oh, well done, Ethan. Well done. Okay, let's keep going. Pool Party. Garden Green. Flirty Flamingo. Anne-Marie, I am guessing that was line rather than bingo full house. So that was Pool Party, Garden Green, Flirty Flamingo, Mossy Meadow, Merry Merlot, there she is, Crushed Curry, maybe you can see these better as well, so you can go back over and see which ones you've got. Grey Granite, Daffodil Delight, Mango Melody, and Petal Pink. So we've got 10 left to go. Basic Grey, So Saffron. Okay, we've gone a bit blurry, so it's Basic Grey, So Saffron, Shaded Spruce, Mint Macaron. It's Mint Macaron. Pear Pizzazz. Pear Pizzazz. So because we've gone all fuzzy, we've got no more coming out, just Petal Pink, Basic Grey, So Saffron, Shaded Spruce, Mint Macaron, and Pear Pizzazz. Those are ones we've had. And we've got 5 left. There you go, you're a bit, you can see again now. Rich Razzleberry. Can't believe no one's won yet. Cherry Cobbler. You must all have put down the same. Early Espresso. Oh, Katie, well done. Full house. I'll finish them off just to let you know they all are there. Gorgeous Grape and Soft Suede. Katie, who won that one, please? Holly, well done, Holly. That is good go. I'm going to go play bingo with Katie. Katie's got the lucky jeans. Well done, guys. that work a little bit better? Certainly worked better than last year, I think. Right. We're on make and take number 2. Let me pull you out a bit because you're just looking at a very messy desk now. Everybody else is very quiet. Everybody still with us? So we're going to make this one here. Friends are like seashells. You collect them along the way. Although you guys won't have this stamp set necessarily. I'm hoping I've embossed your background for you. I'm pretty sure I did do. Oh, come on, phone. Get into focus. Sort yourself out. So I'm going to bring in my Big Shot cut and emboss machine, the Big Boss. Crafting along, bless you. Well done. Yeah, well done, Holly. So just you need for the embossing, you need the base plate and plate number 4. Like I said, I think I did yours already for you because I knew you wouldn't have this folder. And we're going to use this embossing folder, the one we used earlier. It is, I mean, it's genuinely stunning. Even a standalone, doesn't need to be used with the dies. Oh, yours is embossed. Good, I did emboss them all in. I think I just left mine blank so I could show you. I'm just going to clean that embossing folder actually, on my trousers obviously, because I got ink on it earlier when we were doing something. So when you're embossing, which is the front and which is the back of a folder? The front of the folder is where this logo is. Okay, that means if you put the card in and put it through that way up, the top side of your card that's on here will be the embossed side. So that's the back of it because it's got the little logo on the back. Oh, Rachel, you're going to enjoy working with this set. For sure. So even as a standalone embossing folder, you don't need to have the dies to go with it. It works beautifully. Really, really nice. This is what I was on about earlier with the pearlised. I made this pearlised. This is Bermuda Bay. I've used a frost white shimmer paint to pearlise that card, and then, I mean, isn't it stunning? Absolutely beautiful. So this is just sat there waiting for me. I don't know what I want to do with it. I was just playing, but it's gorgeous. Yeah, absolutely gorgeous. So frost white shimmer paint and blending brushes. If you don't have that in your life, you need to get that in your life. So this is our background, and you've got 3 gems. You've got some strips of paper. You've got piece of pink twine, you've got a piece of white scrap, and you've got some shells. You need to do some fussy cutting again and fussy cut those shells out. Isn't it gorgeous? Yeah, it's lovely. I'm gonna have to put the heater on. I'm sat here freezing here. Bless old Russ is just seen him outside. He's packing up the garage. We haven't started packing yet. We've decided that we're not going to start packing from the move until we exchange. But we're supposed to be completing the week after next. We're supposed to be completing in 9 days and we haven't started packing. It's a little concerning, but there you go. It is what it is. We'll get there. I mean, the movers reckon they can do it in a day. The movers reckon if we need them to pack, they can do it in a day. So surely we can do it in a couple of days. That's my logic. I mean, we're both young, we're both fit, we're both quick at what we do. Shouldn't be. We haven't got any children to get in the way. Can't be that hard, can it? So yeah. He's just making a start on the garage because we think that might be the most difficult piece of the house to do. Plus you cut out your shapes. You could use the stickers here as well if you've got them. Oh, Kate! Did somebody else have two of the... Okay, I am sorry. You have to make the other one and just look at this one. Oh, what a shame. I wonder if somebody else had two of the seashells then. Isn't that weird? Honestly, I've probably got in more of a pickle preparing for this launch, the class and the blends course at the same time, as I have anything else. Trying to keep track of everything was a nightmare. I'm so sorry, Kate. I know you don't mind, bless you. You're so forgiving and understanding. You'll just have to buy the papers, Kate, and then you can have a go yourself. Bless you. It's a great one for anyone who lives down the coast, I must admit. And the pinks are, not everybody's a pink and purpley person though. That's the only thing that might put some people off. Hence why I wanted to show you the crumb cake version of the card that I made. This one. Oh, toasted bacon sandwich. I might have cheese on toast for lunch with some soup. So that was a bit extravagant. I ate so much yesterday. Those chocolates that you gave me, Sandy, they didn't... One at a time? Yeah. Not so much. Let's put it that way. That's all I have to say. So let's put that to one side. All you're going to do is stick on your strips. This is a great technique. You can do this with any card. The strips are too long, so you are going to need to cut them. So I pack 6 months before. Yeah, I think if you've got kids, I mean, it makes a huge difference. But I genuinely just think it's all we've got to do is put stuff... They've said we don't even need to unpack the drawers. They'll take the drawers as they are. So, like, if you've got a chest of drawers, just leave the drawers. They'll just take the drawers out, take the chest of drawers out, put the drawers back in to move it, which I'd never even considered. I would have unpacked all of it. Nice try. Yep, you know me, Kate, always trying. So then all you're going to do is stick these on at slightly jaunty angles. Some over, some under. And just stick them down. Tell you what, Kate, I might be nice and if I get time, because your prizes aren't going to come out. Your prizes aren't coming out straight away, ladies. I need to start thinking about moving house. But when I do, I may put a pack in for you if I can get around to making one. So just sticking that, they'd see your frillies. You'd pack them in a box, would you, Hazel? You don't want them seeing your frillies. I'm completely the opposite. If someone's going to do something for me, I don't really care. They see me next. If they're going to make that easier, if I don't have to box everything up. So I kind of wanted that under there, but I might have messed that up a little bit. And then pop that one over the top. Honestly, that would be so much easier if they can pack it just as it is. The same in the craft room as well, because I've got lots of drawer... Okay, I haven't so much, but I used to have lots of drawered storage. Yeah, it would make life a lot easier. Just kind of doing this like higgledy-piggledy, just like you would like find some stuff on the shore You can't wait for lunch. I know, I'm starving, Yvonne. We're nearly done. We are nearly at the end. We're not too far over time. My samples were obviously a bit more in depth than last year's. And then I think we'll pop, oh, which one? That one, I think. I think I want that thinner. I just cut whatever leftovers I had for me. Yours was thought about a little bit more, but there we go. And then wrap your twine round. Some have got white twine, some have got pink twine, depends on how much I had left at the time. And that should go round twice, so just as we did before. Pop that down and then trim that off. Now we've got this greeting again, so grab yourself a greeting. I'm going to put my gems on now because I'm going to lose them otherwise. Absolutely beautiful, these pearlized. Pearlized pearls. I can't remember what they're called. We've got the punch again, or we need the punch again. I ought to be leaving this in shot in case anybody pops on, see who I am. And we need the stamp set because we are going to stamp a greeting again. I'm just going to do the same because I'm running out of creative inspiration. It's been a long morning. But you could 100% do a birthday or a thank you or anything you wanted to. Alright? So I'm going to stamp that there. Now this is not Balmy Blue, this is Seaside Spray. This colour, but you could use Blushing Bride, So Saffron, or so Seaside Spray, Blushing Bride, So Saffron, or Flirty Flamingo is the other colour. And we're just going to pop that in there. Punch that out. Oh, I can smell toast and everything. I'm getting very hungry now. So we need some dimensionals. I think I've used about 4 different packs of dimensionals today alone. That's going to go about here. And then we're just sticking our shells on above, around, below, wherever you want them. Stick them onto your back in there. This one here I've put on a dimensional just under here as well, just at the back, and then a bit of glue along the top there, so that's kind of just going to stick on like that. Same with this one, it's just going to have a dimensional kind of tucking underneath the side there. And then a bit of glue on here. Just because I've got it cut out, I'm going to pop it on. You've got lots of shells, some of you, apart from Kate, who's got none. Some of you have got quite a lot of shells, some of you have just got the 3. It depends where they were located on the sheet. I wanted you to have at least one of each of those 3. And if they were spread out, then you've got others in between. If they were close by, then that's what you've got. So that's our card. That would have, I'm really... I wouldn't have been able to do it anyway, but that would look really nice made pearlescent, that pearlescent blue. So I might redo that one and make a pearlised version as well, because I think that would really help the background to shine out. That's going to stick on there. You are in the kitchen toasting your gluten-free bread. I didn't realise I could smell it from there. I can smell toast, yeah, literally. How did I know you were making toast? A little bit of glue on the back there. That's going to go onto the card base. And just like that, we have our second card. Thank you, Mo. Oh, I'm pleased you like that one. Just wanted to show you that, you know, because I do quite a lot of complex cards and sometimes my cards take a while, but you don't have to do something like that. Just a pack of paper, a little background, cut a few things out, and there you go. It doesn't have to take a long time to make. You can do effective very simply and quickly as well. Right, well that is it. We have come to the end of our catalogue launch. First of all, thank you. Thank you very, very, very much for joining me. It's a lot of effort to put these on, and it makes it absolutely worthwhile when people come along, have some fun, and enjoy the morning. What else would we be doing on a Saturday morning in lockdown? Sad, isn't it? But there we go. So thank you for coming along. Thank you for signing up. If you didn't sign up for the games, for the make and takes, and you'd like to next time, I'm going to be doing a flat rate of £5, I think, per person, because it just makes it much, much easier. And I'll be doing another catalogue launch come the annual catalogue. You're more than welcome, Antriana. Thank you so much for coming along. Honestly, thank you guys. It makes it all worthwhile. So it really does pick me up, and to know that you've enjoyed it. Don't forget that you've got the offer on this month. I'm going to extend it for the whole month. I normally was just going to do it for the weekend, but it is for the whole month. Every person who orders £50 with me using my host code will be in with a chance of winning the free stamp set and the designer series paper. And you'll also get those free pack of pastel pearls worth £6. I'll show you them, they are gorgeous. Off to make bacon sandwiches. I know, right, Kate? Pesky little lot of people. We have got some bacon in the freezer as well. Those are the pearls that you will get if you place the order with me for £50 in the next month. Aren't they stunning? Love, love, love those. So, if your wish list is nearing £99, why not grab the bargain of £130 of product of your choice, plus free P&P, plus all that 200 sheets of paper, and join my team. It would be lovely to have you. If you... no quiz as such, Rosie. It was my little quiz questions as we went throughout. I may have been misleading when I said we had a little quiz. Just my quiz questions. I'm going to go back through and answer them tomorrow, when I go back through, scroll through all the comments and read and see if I missed anything from anybody. And don't forget to post your flower picture in the group there. What am I doing tomorrow? Oh, but the answers to the quiz. Yeah, I'm doing the answers to the quiz tomorrow. And they were just my 4 little quizzy questions. Every winner of those will win a 1/6 of a share of the paper. I think I've written down who won what. And I will be in touch with you shortly. I'm sure I was going to say, oh, if you don't already have a catalogue and you would like one, please do get in touch. I would love to put one in your hands. That's it. That really is it. Thank you all so much. I'm going to go. You're going to go and have some lunch. Look after you. Oh, Scavenger's Hunt going tomorrow as well. Tomorrow is I'm at work for the day tomorrow, and it's going to be very quiet. So I'll be marking the Scavenger Hunts and marking the quizzes and doing all of that kind of stuff tomorrow. So thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Yeah, hunt tomorrow, Sandy. You've given me your answers. I will announce the winner. I haven't marked them yet. I only got one in at 9:30 this morning. So pushing it to the deadline. I'll mark them tomorrow and I'll be back in touch with you all. So thank you very, very much for joining me. Take care, enjoy your lunch, and I'll see you again later on. Bye for now.